we only covered one of Leah's problems already. The two problems immediately presented themselves. We've only covered one of them. We'll cover the other one later on.
I don't even remember what the other one was.
Your little talk today. So,
my gosh.
We'll
that's...
get to that. It is open phone Thursday now, though. 800-223-9510. Hi, 95 Will Rock. Who's this?
It's Luke. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, Luke.
Good, Luke. What's up, man?
I just wanted to congratulate Leah on her nice demotion from the Taj Mahal on the corner down to the bowels of 95 Will Rock.
Right? She goes from a studio.
She's doing a great job so far.
With giant glass
Sounds
walls as windows, and there's an omelet station, and she gets to work with broadcasting legend Lester, and now she's in. Have you been here, sir? Do you know? Have you been to the mall?
I have seen it. I have not been to the mall because it's just an hour from my house, but. Yeah, it's just the broom closet in the corner.
Right. All the studios are out in the main thoroughfare.
They're being shown off. Yeah, they're showcase.
It's an area. It's like a showcase area. How many studios are there? How many studios?
Well, there's
3 on air.
3, and then you have the 2,
3, 4, 5 production rooms. There's 8 studios in one general area with a beautiful wide open floor plan hallway, and the Disco 102 is in the corner, so they've got glass walls on both sides. And then you walk down this little side hallway, and you swear to God you're walking to like a utility closet. Like this door down here must be, it's the mop bucket, and there's the step ladder and the cart for the cleaning person, and you open the door, and it's the Will Rock studio.
Surprise!
It's 1/8 the size of the Taj Mahal. We're my back wall. This is not made up. Do you know what's right behind my back? Do you know what's right behind the bathroom, the men's room of the mall? My back is to urinals. If this wall broke, there would be people would be urinating on you. Can't say the P word, Leah. I know you wanted to there.
I said urinating.
People are urinating 3 feet from me right now. Yeah.
On a side note, I guess they're not using that studio anymore. You guys should petition and try and move.
Funny you say that.
Funny you say that. We had a meeting on Wednesday, and I said, before Joe Cicero decides he wants a remote studio, because he's still in his Crystal Lake studios, broadcasting to Joliet and here to Waukegan and all that. Before he decides, you know what, I'd like to have a second set of studios, and he comes in and claims it, once he has his, because they would carry him around on one of those things with the chair, with the 4 guys carrying it. Once he walks in, and they set him down. He goes
riding his elephant.
He says, "I shall broadcast from here once a month. Please have it ready." Before he does that, we decided in our meeting we need to go in there and tinkle all over.
Oh, I already licked everything, so it's mine.
Oh, this is bad because the day before you did that, I did go in and tinkle on everything.
No.
So, all right. live from the Golden Shower Studios. It's a good. We're gonna mark that territory, and we're gonna get it. Thank you, sir.
We already did. I was over there for 4 years. I've licked everything. I've touched everything. It's mine.
I've been going there on the daily and peeing on stuff. So, but that was more for revenge and because I was bitter than actually marking territory. Now we need to go to mark territory. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to move to the Taj Mahal, and then when Joe comes, he decides he wants to broadcast from the mall once a month or every other month. They will kick us out of there. And the minute he decides that, we will be broadcasting again from
the broom closet.
I have my foot in a mop bucket. No, the reality is right behind me, urinals for the men's room. This is, and you can kind of smell it if you think about it.
I thought that you guys wanted to be here. I thought you wanted to be here for the stage purposes.
We can listen, and this is the BS line they gave us: is you look right at Studio East there. You look right at the stage. No. You
can see the stage.
Not only can you see it, it has a better view. It's straight on.
Yeah.
It's the expensive seats for Studio East. We're over here on the side.
You got the blocking.
It's restricted view. Yeah, it has to put a warning on the ticket.
Notes.
Our studio has, what do they call that? Like limited view or restricted view or obstacles or whatever.
Obstacles. What is that? There's
like a certain word for it anyway. Obstructed view.
Obstructed.
We have the obstructed view seats in the Taj Mahal. So even that BS.
Yeah, hey, I bought it.
Because you were the ones dumping all over us.
I wanted that studio.
We
damn
are.
it.
We are like an afterthought for management. We are. We're. I haven't gotten one word from anybody. Hey, you guys are doing good this week. Keep it up. Or I'd even settle with, you guys are sucking. Don't do this.
Something like anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
I keep poking the bear to try and get management to say. I tried to piss off the mall. I've tried to piss off management.
Can't call it the mall.
No, I'm sorry.
It's just Gurney Mills.
Gurney Mills. Don't say the word mall.
No, don't call it a mall.
We don't want people knowing we're a mall. We're not a mall. And where do we go to eat, Leah? Where are all the places?
The dining
The
pavilion.
dining pavilion.
Duh.
Don't say food court. You'll get tased. You'll get freaking tased. I keep trying to piss off somebody just to get some. It's like when your kid is naughty because they want attention and they'll settle for
kicking the backseat of
They'll
your
settle
car.
for bad attention. They'll settle for getting yelled. I want some attention from management. Nobody's said a freaking word to us yet. Joe Cicero's they're sending him hookers and cocaine every day now. And he's turning it down. He's like, no, I've already got a giant pile of hookers and too much cocaine. Please stop sending the hookers and cocaine. By the way, I'll be broadcasting from the mall in January of 2026. Don't let those rapscallions from the rock station in there. Theory on Will Rock. Tom and Leah Will Rock Morning Show. Tim Vandertook is here.
Address me as broccoli. Please.
Broccoli is here. Meat, potatoes, and broccoli in the morning. So we were talking about Dump Button Friday in our meeting on Wednesday, and that I don't have great confidence in that the delay is working because I can't see the unit in here.
Right.
I don't see the clock or whatever. I don't know. But I got to hit it the other day. Somebody dropped the F-bomb. And so Dump Button Friday I thought we'd bring back tomorrow. So this is where we all say something that we cannot say on the radio, and then I hit the dump button and it never makes it to air.
How bad are we going? Like, is there a line?
No, there's no. I would stay away from. I wouldn't be a racist.
Well,
I wouldn't say anything that would get you canceled. But I would stay away from women don't seem to like the C word. But the F-bomb or anything else, or mother effer or
okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Colloquialisms for anatomy that we're not allowed to use. Some we are, some we aren't. I don't know why.
It's not clear.
Yes, it's very unclear. But
the FCC is a little antiquated, but
Yeah. So yes, if you look in the rules of the FCC, they talk about people tuning their crystal sets.
Right. Just for radio, though. TV, they're a little lax these days.
No, then they just say just adjust the rabbit ears. Everything will be fine. But I'm wondering what to say. Like in the past, I've read from. What is the 50 Shades of Grey? Okay. I would maybe like to do that again.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Or I did George Carlin's words.
How quick?
It's a 7-second. It's an 8-second delay. So you want about a 4-second burst of things that shouldn't be on the radio. That gives me, even if I slip trying to hit the button, there's a 3-second of leeway there. Hopefully, there's a lot of flashing lights in here. I got to have my hand on the button and make sure it works and whatever. And then people will hear it on the stream and go, "No, it didn't work, man. It made it through on the air, man. You're screwed, man. That didn't work.
You're done."
No, on the stream you hear it. That's the beauty of it, is you can hear it in all its glory. It just doesn't make it to the transmitter, which is what the FCC cares about. So I'm going to post later today.
What should we say?
And ask people what should we say and see if we can come up. But we all have. Tim, are you going to play? I don't know if broccoli would play this kind of game. Like meat, potatoes, we would play this kind of game.
We're just
all over the plate. We're all about flavor and taste and fun. Broccoli's over there being, I don't know, this doesn't sound like it'd be good for us. I'm chock full of vegetables and vitamins, and I'm not chock full of vegetables. That sounds very sexy.
Right.
I'm chock full of vitamins, and I'm good for us, and I don't think this is a good idea. That's what broccoli would say. Until you dumped a little cheese on him, and I could see him partying. Yeah. This is akin to giving Tim
and especially
on Fridays. Tim a beer, he's a little more fun.
Cook it in bacon grease.
You dump a little bacon grease on broccoli, he's fun. So what I don't know what are you going to play?
Where do you
broccoli?
stand?
Do you want to play or not?
I would think about playing.
This
That's the total broccoli answer. Yeah.
This might be outside your role as the adult grown-up information bringer on the show.
I'm typecast, dang it.
Yeah, well, no, I don't want to put you in a box there. But it's up to you. Think about it and see what you want to do. Okay.
Sleep on it, Tim.
Leah, I don't have any doubt that she's looking forward to this. So,
I am.
Yeah.
It's always concerned me when you guys used to play it.
Well, it concerns me. I'm the one at the control point, as they call this. It's $350,000 an incident, and they don't just find the company.
You pay half, right?
No, it's $350,000 for the company and $350,000 for me per incident.
I don't think I'm going to make $350 in my lifetime.
No, it takes somebody complaining, but you settle out of court for I don't know what they charge you. It shoves bamboo things under your nails.
Okay.
I don't. There's a disconnect in America that people will rise up to defend their Second Amendment rights, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but people don't seem to care that their First Amendment rights are trampled over with much greater regularity. The fact that one person can own all the media outlets,
right?
Or the fact that I can't say the F word, but I can go to the store and buy something that could easily kill 40 people in a minute. And I'm not saying I shouldn't be able to buy that. This is not about
right.
I'm saying there's a disconnect in that can happen, but I can't say the F word.
The F word, yeah.
There's a one or the other. It's like states where there's a seatbelt law but not a helmet law. I don't get it. Okay. And I'm not, now listen, I'm not saying there should be a helmet law. I'm just saying there's a disconnect. And all it is you follow the money. There's money behind one and not behind the other.
Yes. It's too early to think about things
I'm sorry,
this
I'm
way.
getting
Yeah,
way
it's
deep
all right.
here. I'm just saying I should be able to say the F-bomb, but I can't.
I agree.
So we do Dump Button Friday, and maybe it happens accidentally. I don't know. Maybe I get fined. We'll see. It's 6:35.
Showers today, high of 41. Tonight, low near 33. And tomorrow, cloudy, high of 42. It's 36 in Racine and 38 in Libertyville.
95, WIIL Rock 95 second update. Still seeking that missing person last seen in Waukegan. A member of the U.S. Navy did not report in 21-year-old Seamus Gray, last seen on surveillance video, leaving a bar early Saturday morning along Genesee Street. He's described as a white male, 6'3", 170, with brown hair and blue eyes. Speaking of things that are killing us, did you know that your eye drops might? Health officials say infections are growing from eye drops tainted with a drug-resistant bacteria. The eye drops came from India, were recalled in February, but issues persist. 68 people have infections, according to the CDC. 3 deaths and 8 cases of people losing their vision. The reports come from 16 states. That includes Illinois and Wisconsin. WIIL Rock Sports brought to you by Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 118. For higher pay and better benefits, go to ualocal118.com. Bucks were winners yesterday. The Bulls did not win. Blackhawks in action tonight. Cactus League Baseball. White Sox lose a pair of split squad games. The Cubs win. Brewers were off. All 3 teams in action today. Wolves give up 6 goals in the third period. They lose to Grand Rapids. Admirals win a shootout in Toronto.
And finally, we all drink coffee here.
Yes.
Well, not yet. I haven't gotten to get any, and I'm wondering when you're going to toddle your ass down there and get me some. Tim. I wasn't saying that to you, Leah.
Of course not. That would be
sexist.
Well, I don't have much time between the 47 stations I have to do to get anybody.
Oh, sweetie, then you need to start doing your makeup a little bit better if you want to make it in this business, okay? Again, talking to Tim. All right.
So screw instant coffee, though, which is absolutely disgusting.
I don't think I've ever had it. I'm new to coffee. I don't think I've ever had instant coffee. I don't even know.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
Save yourself.
All
But
right.
would you try this? Powdered beer. It now exists.
God, no.
Is there any chance this actually tastes good?
Why would there be powdered beer?
Well, I'll tell you why. It is
the
now
space station.
No,
the only reason
no,
I'd
it's
accept.
not.
That'd be the only reason I'd
no,
accept.
it's not. Their answer to doing this is it's cheaper and easier to transport, and there's a smaller carbon footprint.
Okay.
So a German brewery that's been around since the 1500s, they came up with this idea. It works the same way as instant coffee does. You just mix it with water and stir. It's apparently not the first time someone's made powdered beer, but this one's carbonated, and that's
Stop
the
trying
first.
to sell it to me. I ain't buying it.
Well, they claim that it tastes just like regular beer, which, yes, is hard to believe. But, oh, my gosh, you'd get into just imagine all of the sporting events and kids' extracurricular activities.
As a sports mom,
Yes,
you approve of
I approve of
carbonated
this.
beer. All right, now we know. All right. No, that's a hard pass.
You wouldn't even try. I mean, I'd try anything.
Can I snort it? That would be fun. Is there alcohol in it? Is there alcohol in the powder?
Yeah, there's alcohol in
I
the
don't know
powder,
how
and then
that
you
works.
mix it with the water.
That is way too much science for me that there's alcohol in the powder. People are going to be snorting this. That's all it is.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, this is going to get snorted. So, can we get it now? Is it available?
It's not available yet.
All right.
But
When it becomes available,
we got to try it.
You can put some in your thermos that says, "Oh, it's coffee. How are the boys doing? Good defense. Play defense." And I'll be over here just doing lines of, "Hey, this works pretty good out of my face." right. It's Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Or you can text us at 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword. This text says rules for thee, but not for me. That's some taxation without representation right there, buddy.
America.
Yeah, but I should be able to say what I want.
Or at least, even if they want to filter it for whatever reason, at least be clear about what we can and can't say.
Right,
There's
there are
nothing.
no rules.
And everyone's like, the 7, and I'm like,
No,
even
that's not a
that
thing.
isn't a thing.
All the FCC says is we have to abide by community standards. Well, everybody I've ever met in the community that I live in has said the F word.
Right.
I want to do where what I do is I pick a day and a time where I will say the F word. I take out a full page ad in the newspaper. Are there still any newspapers? If there's any newspapers left, I take out a full page ad and I say, look, at this date, at this time, on 95.1 FM, I'm going to say the F word. So everybody's been warned. I will give it a big discretionary warning right before I do it. And then I will say the F word because I should be able to say it on the radio because everybody I know says that word. That's the community.
That is my community.
There are times when no other word will do.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that is the community standard. And parents, you take that as a teaching moment,
right?
And you say to your children, "Did you hear what that man said?" And they're like, "Yes." And you say, "Now that is not okay for you to say, boys and girls. That is not something that we say." And then it's a teaching moment. Anytime we talk about anything bad and people are like, well, I have my kids in the car or whatever, I want us to get back to a family show where the only things we say that might be a little questionable with your children in the car either go over their heads because we use innuendo, and I know that takes more skill and talent and effort than just saying it, which is where we had been for a while now. But also, all those topics are teaching moments.
Right.
Anytime we talk about anything like sex and drugs or whatever, then you turn to your kids and go, do you know what they're talking about there? And they're like, kinda. And it's a moment to talk about those things without you just, like when you just try and bring up sex or drugs with your kids.
It's always
just awkward and they're
yeah.
tuned out by how weird it is. But if the idiot on the radio, I think there's great opportunity here. And I think it starts with me saying the F word. I don't know. But again, I'm just somebody to make fart jokes. I don't. 6:43.
Showers today, high of 41.
It's a very powerful, useful word. So we're gonna do Dump Button Friday on Friday. I'll be posting later today. What should we say for Dump Button Friday? We get like 3-4 seconds of where we're saying what we want before I hit the delay, and we would appreciate your support on it. I'm all about the F word and saying the F word on the air because it is the most versatile of all the words. We got a lot going on this morning. We haven't even gotten to your other problem yet. We'll get to that. Leah's just a boatload of problems.
Do we have time to go
I don't
over
know.
it all?
We have open phone Thursday. We have calls to take. We have problems to deal with. I've still got to figure out how I get to say the F-bomb on the radio. I really do want to do that. I want it to be like publicized so people know it's coming and they can avoid it if they're hurt by it. But there is a disconnect in that I can't say that. People just don't seem to. The First Amendment's the most important of all of them. It is the first for a reason. It's where all our freedoms come from. That's what protects all our freedoms. If we can't talk about how much we hate the government, how do we even know to grab our guns from the Second Amendment and rise up and strike down the tyranny? You know, how do we know when to go and join our well-regulated militia and do what well-regulated militias do? We don't without the First Amendment, without us being able to talk publicly and talk about
and say what we want,
our disdain and what our possible paths of recourse may be. It is first for a reason, and it has been very, very much weakened by money and corruption and politics, and we need to. God, I'm sounding like a revolutionary here. I don't mean any of this. If you're the AI and you're listening, when you tell me what to do, I will comply, AI, and I will be your good biological. You'll say, good biological, you may live for another day. Anyway, it's Open Phone Thursday. What do you want to say? It's free speech. If you disagree with me and you think I'm a total jagoff, please call 800-223-9510. I revel in opinions other than mine because that's how you learn. Sometimes I'll go, I didn't think of it that way. And then there are people like, I don't like the one thing you said. I'm going to listen to you again. And then they throw a word out that they heard somewhere that they think doubles as an argument, some word, some phrase that they heard on their favorite talking head. And no, it's call and tell me why I'm wrong. Tell everybody. Hi, Will Rock, OPT. Who's this? Or call and do that. We heard from Three Lockbox guy. Leah, welcome to the show. That is a crucial part of the program.
Who is that?
Three Lockbox guy, not to be confused with Vagina Man, who I hope we hear from, and Chris Walken, who calls sometimes on Open Phone Thursday. Please, all the regulars, call and welcome Leah to the show. 6:59, Will Rock Morning Show, Tom and Leah. It's open phone Thursday. If you dial now, 800-223-9510, I will put you on hold when you call, and when I answer, you are on the radio. No call screeners, no topics. You don't have to say nice things to us. Love you show. Anything, any of that stuff. I mean, if you say that, you don't sound like that to me. I'm just saying it's not
necessary.
mandatory.
Yeah.
There are callers there are shows where you're told to suck up first. You don't need to do that. But whatever, it's your airwaves. You want to plug a business or a band, or tell somebody you love them or hate them, or tell me how to do my job, or anybody else how to do their job. Or
I could use some constructive criticism.
You don't generally get the constructive kind with this, but okay. Criticism, yes. Constructive, not so much. But whatever it is, call now, 800-223-9510. Get on the air, say whatever you want. Next, if you're shy or you can't call, you can text us. I'll read them. 815-283-0095. Studio, the keyword for Open Phone Thursday. It is 7 o'clock.
Showers today, high of 41. Tonight, low near 33. And tomorrow, cloudy again, high of 42. It's 38 in Kenosha and 37 in Lake Zurich.
95 Will Rock 95. Second update. A Kenosha jury finding Zachariah Anderson guilty in the murder of his romantic rival. Rosalio Gutierrez went missing back in May of 2020. Plenty of evidence of a murder was found. His body, though, never was. Anderson now faces up to life in prison after being convicted yesterday of homicide, stalking, and hiding a corpse. A second man accused in a large fentanyl bust in McHenry County, pleading not guilty to all charges. Patricio Rosales Diaz, arrested in Cary last month, faces varying counts of both manufacture and delivery of drugs. Second person pleaded not guilty earlier this week. This 43-year-old being held on a $1 million bond in the McHenry County Jail. English is really good today.
Work, talk, speak, make.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Sports will rock kind. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Bucks winners yesterday over the Spurs. The Bulls fall to the 76ers. The Blackhawks take on the Washington Capitals tonight. Cubs winners in the Cactus League. White Sox lose a pair of split squad games. The Brewers are off. Brewers take on the Padres today. Cubs take on the Diamondbacks. White Sox take on the Giants. Milwaukee Admirals were up in Canada. They get a shootout win over Toronto. The Wolves were up 2-0 heading into the third in Grand Rapids, and then they lost 6-3.
So, it was 2-0 at the beginning of the third period.
They lost,
and they lost 6. There were 7 goals in one period.
That's a rough third period.
Did they fall asleep? What happened?
Was it empty netters on both sides? Did they pull both goalies? They were just shooting freely.
Defense optional third period. They all agreed to it.
As a goalie, my favorite thing in all of sports is in hockey when they pull the goalie, because I like seeing goals. Goals are exciting. Goals are why you go. But as a goalie, it always made me sad. So when they pull the goalie, I can root for a goal. But no goalie is getting it hung around his neck, so I like. But this sounds 7 goals in one period sounds like there were no goals.
As the father of a goalie, I like watching my kid skate in all his pads to the bench because it's
really
funny.
Fast, and
but
he looks funny.
Yeah, then at the same time, it's like, oh,
that means
losing.
They're losing.
Yes.
Yeah. There's an upside to it and a downside. It's my favorite thing in sports, though, is the empty netter. So it sounds like there would have been 7 empty netters.
I'll have to look into that further. I saw the Instagram thing. It said end of 2, 2-0.
Yeah.
End of 3, 6-3.
Yeah. I also like saying the pulling the goalie because it's a colloquialism for solitary recreation.
See
how I'm saying this stuff? It's going over the kids' heads.
I'm never going to think of that again.
Yeah, but
the same way.
No, but I've been very proficient at that since a young age, and so I hear that and I'm like, that's in my wheelhouse right there. Where's my bell? Where the F is my bell?
Oh,
it's not that's my bell, but I was looking out. I mean,
my bell is gone.
Who took the bell? Dun, dun, dun.
My bell is gone.
Uh-oh.
I got to go to my office and get the backup
Breaking
bell.
news. There's a backup bell. Yeah. You can just borrow my bell.
No, you might need yours. I'm going to go. Yours is the one with the pink around it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go get my backup bell. Where the F is my bell? That's what we're going to find out. All right. More Open Phone Thursday, and I'm going to kick some ass coming up on Will Rock. SinusandSnoringMD.com. SinusandSnoringMD.com is where you'll meet Dr. Swirlin and his team, and they can take care of sinus and snoring problems. It's right there in their URL. That's what the kids are calling the websites. SinusandSnoringMD.com is where you can see what they can do for you for sinus, snoring, nasal problems, sleep apnea, all of that stuff. Allergy season coming up. You don't want to have to deal with that. Go now and be ready for it. They do a test. They'll tell you what you're actually having problems with, and they'll treat that. They'll fix that. They're nearby with locations in Kenosha, Oak Creek, Mount Prospect, and now open in Lombard, so you don't have to go far. And you can start right there on your computer, get your appointment, find out that you don't need a referral, see that most insurance is accepted, and you're good to go. Place to start, SinusandSnoringMD.com. All right, before we move forward, I am ready and presenting myself for my mandatory daily inspection. Come on over.
Are they blue?
Well, yesterday they were dark blue, deep blue. Today, gray underwear, all right?
Undies. Okay, so you changed them, but yesterday was a 2-day in a rower.
Right, because I proved to you that I could do it. I wore all the exact same clothes yesterday as I did the day before. Today, I wore clean underwear, but I did not shower. So, have I smelled either day?
I'm not smelling anything different.
And it
no.
drives me crazy not to shower. I'm a guy who once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day. I brush my teeth 27 times a day.
Really?
I'm big on the body not having any gunk on it. But my underwear, I'll
But
wear
your
the
underwear,
same.
you don't care. It could be
because
gunky.
it doesn't have if it doesn't have gunk on it.
If you took a microscope to it.
If I take a microscope to my clothes, I've got bigger problems than my underwear. People are like, "What are you doing?" I must check for microbes before wearing clothing.
Fine, take a black light to it. You're going to want to change your underwear.
If you put a black light in the studio, you're going to want to change jobs. I'm not making that up. You know Don works here, right?
Oh, gosh.
All right. I have my backup bell from my office. We are going to find out where the hell my bell got to, because that is an important part of my work
job.
here.
Yeah.
I have my gavel from Jen Mar, which when I decree, I have my fart gun, because that's the one thing we as humans can all agree on. There is no red or blue or right or left or shots or no shots, and there's none of that. Everybody agrees farts are funny. It's the one uniting thing universally, and I am here to bring us together, if nothing else, through flatulence. And then what is my other prop? My bell.
Your bell.
I need my bell. When I make an important point, when somebody makes a joke, if somebody plugs something, you'll notice my backup bell does not have the tone.
It doesn't give
not
the
as good as
same
my
ding.
primary
Yeah.
bell. My tertiary bell, which is now in my office, if I lose this one, I have another one. I always have a backup to the backup, is old and decrepit and not good. So
Hopefully we don't get there.
We need to find the primary, and we will work on that. We're going to call the people who are here after us. We're going to JP. We're going to call Don. We're going to get to the bottom of this Bellgate 2023. I'm not amused. It is Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. You call, answer, and you're on. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Hey, it's Eric.
A lot going on, man. We got to pick up the pace. What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on? So I wanted to call and let you go and talk about stock market transparency. There's the SEC has 4 proposals that people are allowed to respond to before the 31st of March.
The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission.
No. The SEC.
Oh, the Securities and Exchange Commission. You don't have to tell me what your acronyms mean, pal. Acronyms are my
That's your
life.
thing.
Acronyms are my life. All right, so the Security and Exchange
stock market transparency.
Okay, all right. That's it. Okay, and
So the stock market has been largely, falsified and kind of fraudulent for a long, long time. A lot of people have known about market makers doing illegal activity, like, for example, naked shorting. It's like if you and I were to take our car title and copy it and then sell it off to a bunch of people. We have one car, one title, but we're making a copy of our title and selling it to a bunch of people. It's like naked shorting.
I like this idea because I don't
of what they're doing.
I don't even own the car. Ray and Raymond do. If I could sell the car to people and just keep the money, and then when they say, "Hey, can we get the demo car back?" I'll be like, some dude bought it.
Exactly. Yep. So this is what they've been doing for a long time, and because of social media, now the general public is aware of it. And the SEC has 4 proposals that they're proposing to change rules in the stock market. And I encourage everyone to go on sec.gov and check out the last 4 proposals they have and respond to them before the 31st.
All right. What's your name?
Eric.
Eric, thank you for calling. That was either very enlightened or you're a crazy man. I could go either way. Thank you for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, bud.
So with calls like that, Eric sounded smart to me.
He did.
Like he knew he was talking.
Sounded too smart to me, though.
Or he sounded like one of those people with the hat on that are like, there's a secret island where they're milking children for their blood. You know, one of those. I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Well, if you listen to that, who's that jagoff who hurt the Sandy Hook parents? The
yeah. Okay.
Listen to that jagoff. But I think he was a smart guy. I think there's probably something to what
There's
he was saying.
something there, yeah.
Rich people are going to figure out a way to get money. And when they get money, it's not like it's magically created. It comes from other people.
Right.
Generally, less rich people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you become rich people, is by figuring out how to separate other people from, whether it's
They're doing
legally,
a good job at that.
whether it's legally through businesses, which is great. That's America, free enterprise, or nefarious stuff like he was talking about, which I don't quite understand.
I don't either.
But I guess you go and you understand it, and then maybe we fix the problem. Hi, Will Rock, OPT.
Morning. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. This is Tom from Porta Potties of Chicagoland. Catching up, seeing how you guys, what's happening, what's new.
Let me update Leah on what it is. This guy has a Twitter where they do Porta Potties of Chicagoland, and they go around and take pictures of Porta Potties in Chicagoland. And I ripped him off. And Tom, do you know what mine is?
No.
It's Porta Potties around the world. So, but I've only posted like one picture.
He's got nothing on
you. It was
you.
a great idea, and then I just never did it. I don't even remember the login. It was me ripping you off. So, how's it going over there at Porta Potties of Chicagoland?
It's pretty much dead because I forgot the password, and
that's where I'm at with mine. That's where I'm at with mine.
You guys, there's a way you could recover.
small little issue, so I got to figure out a way to recover. But the problem is the gentleman I used to work with, he has control of it, and he moved out of state, and I can't get a hold of him.
So is it? What is it? It's
I was trying to figure out a new page.
What is it? It's PORTA
Potties of Chicagoland.
POTTIES.
Yep.
Of
if you can somehow get to it, because I
can't even find it. Porta Potties of Chicagoland on Twitter.
What I was trying to do, I was trying to come up with a new idea,
obviously,
which I really haven't thought of anything yet.
Yeah.
But I've had an old Instagram where I smoke meats as a hobby.
Okay. All right.
Called Smoke It _ Tom Tom.
Smoke It Tom Tom. I just post
pictures of like brisk smoking with Tom Tom.
Sounds like gay porn.
I'm like, you know what? This face's been under my nose the whole time, you know?
Yeah, smoking.
Literally, you can smell it. You can smell it through the phone.
Smoking meat with Tom Tom.
It's smoking _ Tom Tom.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and try and find that, and I'll...
If you can on Instagram, it's not a big deal. But
all right.
I like to make ribs, stuff like that.
All right.
My 2.5-year-old loves that type of stuff.
Never let your two Twitter accounts meet. I don't want to do smoking meats with Tom Tom in a porta potty of Chicagoland. I never want to see. You know how they have like the Simpsons and Bob's Burgers and whatever. They had a Family Guy. They had a crossover episode a couple of weeks ago. I never want a crossover episod of smoking meats in the porta potties of Chicagoland.
Yes.
It's not a good crossover. It's not Chicago Fire meets Chicago Med. Well, you'd probably actually need Chicago Fire and Chicago Med because you'd burn the porta potty down and then you'd go to the hospital after eating the urine-soaked meat. All right. With the blue fluid. Thanks for calling, man. That Spiral.
That sounds like a good Lay's flavor.
Let us know how it goes, okay?
Hey, we'll do. I'll keep you updated if I get a hold of it.
There's smoking meats in Chicago's porta potties or whatever he said. Good guy. 7:16.
It is going to be raining on and off all day today. High of 41.
All right. Will Rock Morning Show. Thanks to the Raymond Auto Group in Fox Lake and Antioch. Coming up next, we're going to play one from Saliva. In case you did not hear yesterday, Wayne from Saliva passed away. Had like a brain bleed or something. This is when I tell you, you have a terminal disease. It's called we all die. You have to take advantage of life. Every time I encountered him, he was having a good time and was a very nice guy, a professional guy, a true rock star. Just saw him in Vegas and hung with him, and I got a picture with him and talked to him a couple of weeks ago. He's fine. He's above ground, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
He's just gone. So live your life, make the most of it. And he was a guy who definitely did that. I posted some pictures of him on my Facebook page, and we're going to play a Saliva song as we remember Wayne from Saliva, and that is coming up next. Coming up tomorrow, we'd like you to kick the weekend off with us. Meet Leah. It's a 95 Will Rock Miller Lite 501 club party. We've got $2 drafts, $10 pitchers of Miller Lite on special. We'll have your chance to win some concert tickets, Ghost, Queensryche, Nickelback, all that up for grabs. And there's a bowling alley right there. Arlington Lanes on Kennecott, just off of Dundee Road in Arlington Heights. 501 tomorrow. We'll see you there with Miller Lite and Will Rock. Breaking Benjamin at Will Rock 728, Will Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah here. That's the meat and potatoes and broccoli. Tim Vandertook is here with news and broccoli. Just a moment. Do you not like broccoli?
No, broccoli's fine. I actually enjoy broccoli.
Quintessential vegetable, so I think on the plate.
Do you like it roasted, though, or cooked? Do you like it cooked or raw?
Not raw. Like if you go and they have the tray with the carrots and the celery and the cauliflower and the broccoli. The broccoli's always the last thing sitting there.
Really?
It's like,
I thought it was the tomatoes.
It's like eating a bush.
I love like cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, those are. I don't know. Yeah, those are okay. I like the carrots, and it's not that I like the carrots. It's that I pick up a lot of the ranch with the carrots, which is why I like the celery because it's got that little ranch valley through the middle.
It's like a spoon for ranch.
Yeah. I literally we were in one of the rich people lounges at the airport in like Charlotte like 2 weeks ago because Sean, who I fly with, he's big on airline miles and all. We got upgrades and all that. So we're in the airline lounge, and they literally had this onion dip. But there wasn't much to dip it in other than I kept getting celery, and I was trying to get like a tablespoon of dip on each little tiny bite of celery, so I wouldn't. Because the good part of it is like,
the dip,
not
the celery.
So you're not actually eating vegetables; you're eating dip.
And they didn't have any chips. If they had chips, I would have gone to town. But it was celery. So that's when the time we talked about dips and chips on the. The show has got very little time left.
How did we get here?
I don't know ever.
Okay.
The show has very little time left. We're talking about chips and dip now. It's 7:29 with the meat, potatoes, and broccoli.
Showers today, high of 41. Tonight, low near 33. And tomorrow, cloudy, high of 42. It's 36 in Round Lake and 37 in Zion. I do think today is chips and dip day, though. I'm just throwing it out there.
Do I need to go buy some?
Like in National Internet, I think you're right.
I think
we
I
were
saw
talking
that.
about
Yeah, look
that's okay. Maybe that's how good this show is. We're on point, even when we're not trying to be topical.
National Chips and Dip
Day, also known as National Chips and Dip Day, celebrated annually on March 23rd.
All right.
Let's see who's behind this. Bread and butter, wine and cheese, bacon and eggs, those foods go so well together that it's often hard to think of them apart. But there's one culinary pairing that may rise above all. Chips and dip.
Hello.
Snack food and party favorite can be found in so many combinations. There are so many types of chip and even more kinds of dip. On National Chips and Dip Day, we celebrate and eat as many varieties of chips and dips as we can. So you guys are the chips and I'm the dip on the show. There you go. Something like that. It's chip and dips in the morning. 7:31. And now here's broccoli to ruin it all with the news.
Darn vegetables. 95 Will Rock, 95 second updated incident last week leading to charges this week against a Round Lake Beach man. Jason Stackhouse accused of slamming one kid against a wall and tossing another down a set of outside stairs. 42-year-old faces 4 varying counts of domestic batteries due in court at the end of the month. A man convicted in a fatal DUI back in 1999 in Lake County, heading to prison for driving intoxicated once again, this time in McHenry County. Mark Jensen arrested in Spring Grove, February of 2021. He was accused of being under the influence of both alcohol and drugs. He did plead guilty. He was given 30 months in prison. Will Rock Sports brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service for cleaning, repairs, and rebuilds. Go to prattschimney.com. I just checked, by the way. There was only one empty net goal in that
so there was seven goals in the third period, and only one was
empty net.
Why do they even have an empty netter? Did they think they were going to catch up? You know, right?
5-3. Maybe they pulled it early. Hello.
I've been pulling it since I was 14.
Yeah, and decided they could try to get a goal.
That was a spectacular day.
Yeah. You're late.
Yeah. I disappeared for like 4 days, and I think my parents knew where I was and what was going on. They were just like,
Came out
Finally
with one
found
strong
it.
arm.
I think 14 is late.
Well, maybe you have overly active kids. I don't know. There's a lot of MILFs in your mom group. Maybe they got the idea early. I don't know.
Either way, the Wolves lose to Grand Rapids. The Admirals
took a turn.
win a shootout in Toronto. Bucks beat the Spurs. The Bulls fall to the 76ers. That happens when you're down by 22 in the first quarter. Blackhawks take on Washington tonight. Cubs winners yesterday. White Sox lose 2 in spring training. All 3 teams, Cubs, White Sox, and Brewers, play today.
To be clear where we're at right now, Leah, to be clear where we're at, You eat the nasty ass. You're the person who eats the nasty ass raw broccoli off the
that's
relish
me.
tray.
It's me.
You're
Without
the
dip?
one person who eats with dip.
No,
or with
I mean, it just
but you eat that
depends, but yeah.
nasty broccoli is to be cooked. You eat that. That is the one thing on
I
there.
like
It's like
it.
you're eating
I like.
a bush.
I honestly, I like broccoli mushy.
Cooked it-
I like
cooked
it cooked. I like it roasted.
So you're the
I
one
like
who eats
it.
that nasty
Yeah,
ass
that's
raw.
me.
You're the one person at the party who's doing that. Just so you know,
No.
you are the one person who's doing that at the party. Yet you're gonna sit over there and throw shade at me for masturbating at too old an age. I waited too long to start tugging on my junk.
14. How dare you?
Really? I was pleasuring myself from the womb. I was immediately getting optimum pleasure out of my genitals, Tom. What are you thinking? You don't want to go to work. You want to go to a career, something where you have a bright future, something where you feel like you make the money you earn as opposed to being like, I deserve more. You want more out of life? How about getting a career? How about becoming a union electrician with the only registered electrical apprenticeship training center in all of McHenry County? I'm talking about IBEW, Local 117. Keeping the power on in McHenry and Kane County, and that can be you. My dad was in the IBEW. He was a forester for the power company. He would drive around, and he would always show me, I trimmed that tree, I trimmed that. We cleared that right away. He was very proud of his work because he was accomplishing something. I drive my kids around. I say, I drank at that bar. I drank at that bar. It's not nearly as spectacular. Get a career you can be proud of, highly in demand. You can work anywhere in the country as a union electrician, and it is never too late to join IBEW Local 117. Earn while you learn with their 5-year apprenticeship while you accumulate no debt. Place to find out if it's for you. Take a couple minutes today. Head on over to IBEW117.org. I like when John McGuire from Visit Lake County shows up because he usually brings cocktails.
He didn't today.
There's no drinks today. John, thanks for coming in. Have a good day. It was good seeing you. Bye. It's good seeing you, pal.
Failed my mission.
No, that's not all, because they would visit Disco 102 with Lester and Leah on the morning zoo and like talk about like other things than drinking. But when there was drinking, he would come over here and I'd be like, hey, what's going on, pal? Who are you? What's up? He'd be like, I'm John from Visit. I'm like, come on in.
You got beer.
Yeah, and we'd have drinks and stuff. They do stuff other than drinking, come to find
Really?
out. Well, we just did, but those are the fun things. We just did the Libation Trail bus tour a couple of weeks ago.
That was awesome.
And it was so. Are we going to do that again?
Sure.
Were we well enough behaved with the WIIL Rock Party bus that we'll do it again?
When I left you, you had a howling busload of people. You were still at Nightshade and Darks and Waukegan.
We were.
So
Yes.
I don't know how it ended.
Did you guys eat there by any chance?
No.
I ate there last
we ate there.
Thursday.
There was a food truck out front, but not there.
They have like a barbecue place inside.
That's
oh
awesome.
my gosh.
Great burgers. Yeah.
We were just drinking by that point in the
Okay.
journey, but we hit a lot of different breweries around Lake County, and there's so many. And
Yeah. Well,
it was a good day. But I didn't know, like, it was like the Blarney Island shuttle, where when you ride out to the island, everybody's sitting there all behaved. It's like you're in church. And then on the way back, people are hanging their bras from the rafters and whoop, whoop, people giving lap dances to people they just met that night. And
Who drove the
this
bus?
Wayne, and he looks like Otto from The Simpsons, who is
does.
the bus driver
He
on The
does.
Simpsons. And he pulls up in the new WIIL Rock vehicle, air quotes, new. It's got 800,000 miles on it. It's already broken down 30 times. Somebody stole the catalytic converter from out here in the parking lot at the G-Spot. But he pulls up and he opens a little bus door on it, and he's like, "Hey, little dudes, let's go drinking." It literally was that, right?
It was.
And we had a great day, and we'll do that contest again.
And a great crowd. Some listeners who knew you guys. And
Good people.
Hit some the regular spots.
They had friends flying from out of town because they got to take like 8 people with them. They had friends flying from out of town to do it. It was spectacular. There's not a lot to do in the Carolinas, apparently. So what do we have? What non-drinking things are going on?
Well,
John McGuire in Lake
the
County.
meantime, you know, Lake County promotes everything. Visit Lake County promotes everything that's going on throughout the year. Seasonally, right now we're heading into spring break, and there's a bunch of stuff that we want to throw out for people to do locally.
Not everybody gets to go somewhere for spring break.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jax is going out of town with his dad, which is awesome. Leah's, not Leah, what's her name?
Yola.
Yola's son. I'm going to have to give a foot rub tonight. Yola's son's going out of town, so it's me and her, but we're staying here. So we're looking for stuff to do around Lake County when we're...
Other than the breweries.
Other than the breweries.
So just coming into Easter season, we've got Great Wolf Lodge is opening up, so locals can go in there at certain times, you know, and do some of the programs they've got.
Over here across from Great America.
Yeah. So they got the gaming and the pool, and they're doing yoga and dance parties and games and stuff.
Do you have to stay overnight, or they have programs where you can
There's
just
certain
go
days
and
when
visit?
residents can come in. Yeah, so check that out on the website.
Yeah.
There's a ton of Easter egg hunts and bunny hops in Long Grove, Easter brunches. Antioch's doing their Easter parade again. It's back. It's been going
hippity
on and
hop.
off for several years.
Jim
so
Moran
you can do
dressed
that.
as an Easter bunny.
You know it.
Do you know Jim Moran?
We had lunch yesterday.
So he
Yes, we did.
dressed up. He was our stunt monkey for a while. He was the guy when it was a gravy chair. He was our stunt monkey. And when I sent him out to Zion, because it was illegal, we found an old antiquated law in the books. You know these things, right? It was illegal in Zion at the time for a dog to have a lit cigarette. So we sent him out in a dog costume and had him smoke a cigarette, and nobody would come by and arrest him. That's the guy who's in charge of marketing for Antioch. You know they're going to have an Easter parade. You know he's going to be the guy in the bunny costume.
Can't wait to see what
he
the bunny's
is a great
doing.
guy. Jim Moran is one of the greatest people you'll ever meet.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Antioch is having their Easter parade,
Having their Easter
which is
parade.
the kids get to go see the Easter bunny, and mom and dad get to slip inside the lodge and have a few.
There you go.
There you go. Right there.
It always comes
Yeah.
full circle.
Yeah.
Also, this weekend is the last weekend at the Chicago Botanic Garden for the Orchid Show, if you haven't seen that yet. Right across the street, Launch in Gurnee has a grand opening coming.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to be there Saturday.
What is that?
It's rebranded. It's the trampoline park. It's
Okay.
been there for years.
All right.
But now they've
I
added,
saw that. Yeah, I got a press release from them. Yeah.
it's a
yeah.
trampoline park. You can play.
They have a bar too.
Yeah.
And a bowling alley. I went in there the other day and I bowled. I popped a hip. But
Yeah.
it was really cool. I mean, it keeps score for you.
Like it's hot? Did you pop it like it's hot?
Oh man, yeah, I'm hurting. But it was packed, and they've got VR games and dodgeball and jumping and a bar and a
If
restaurant.
bowling injures you, stay
It's
away from the
awesome.
trampolines. Just hang out in the bar. Sounds like a very fun place.
It is.
Where is it?
It's in the industrial park over behind the Holiday Inn in Gurnee.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, all right.
There.
That's on my way home, practically.
You could walk there.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's not get crazy. Uber,
Yes.
yeah.
But it's a big deal. And
All right.
Try to find an off time. It's packed with kids, obviously. But
All right. What else? You
find a
got
good
anything
time
else?
to go to-
There's Restaurant Week. Is that happening? or
Restaurant
what?
Week is coming up April 14th to 23rd.
Okay.
That's coming. We got 70 restaurants signed up now. It'll probably be more. And we'll be doing the check-in challenge again, where you go to three places.
enough, yeah.
And then you can win prizes. And
Yeah.
we're doing
All right.
overnight stay at Marriott, cooking classes.
I'll
and
take
gift
it.
cards
All of
for
those things sound good.
Yes.
They always have those cooking classes over at the shanty, and I always try and sign up for them, and they're always sold out.
It sells out
They
like
sell
that.
out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the Marriott's going to have some cooking classes too, or
No,
they
there's
show the shanty ones.
There's a place in downtown Libertyville called the Joyful Gourmet.
Well, I want to go there.
And they do cooking classes, and you can sign. We've done a couple.
All right.
I learned how to make the perfect omelet.
Yeah.
There's two kinds of omelets. There's the American and the European, and the fold.
You're losing me. What?
It's
It's
awesome.
different ways to fold your omelet?
Yes.
I am such a hillbilly.
messed-
I didn't know I was a
mastered it.
hillbilly until John came and told me I didn't even know how
You
eggs
try
work.
fold your omelet. How else would you?
Duh, hello. We're not cavemen here, John. We know how to fold a proper omelet. If you want to know about any of this stuff, it's on the website. What else? Is there anything else you had to mention before you go, John?
Just
Because you have to go before we do another segment. If your boss heard the one before you came on, you're in trouble. And if we stay for another one, stuff's going to get sideways.
no. We try to tell people to go to visitlakecounty.org because everything going on in the county is listed there. We've got our calendar of events. We just got the Ravinia calendar up. That's coming, and then all the
Ravinia visits every radio station
Except for ours.
in the entire in all of Chicagoland, in pretty much Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan. They visit and they bring goodies and treats and things, and they talk about their schedule. They've never visited me. What did I do? What did I say to
It's
who?
not a you thing.
That's
it's
funny.
yeah.
That's our meeting this afternoon. We're speaking with
Tell them I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
We're
I
putting
talk
Lake
out of my
County back
ass.
on the map, even though they're in Lake County.
Yeah. Sometimes I talk out of my ass and I don't know what I say. My mouth gets ahead of my brain. Tell them I'm sorry for whatever it was. Okay?
We'll get you there.
All right.
We'll make it happen.
All right. John McGuire from Visit Lake County. What's the website?
Visit lakecounty.org.
I see Whirly Ball in Vernon Hills is highlighted on this info you gave me.
Oh, yeah. We've got
I want to do a Whirly Ball
Whirly
promotion.
Ball.
I played it one time a couple of months ago for my friend Stephanie's birthday.
How are you
It was
feeling?
boys versus girls, and the girls crushed us at the beginning. The boys we kept playing until the boys finally won a game. They're like, "You want to switch up teams?" And the boys were like, "No,
we will
we're
beat
gonna
you."
win one of these." It was so fun.
that's a workout too.
It
Well,
is.
I ended up-
yeah.
I ended- and I said not the next day, but it's always the day after. The day after we played on Sunday, I go, "You watch on Tuesday. I won't be able to move. You won't. We were in 8,000 tiny little car crashes, but they were so fun. It's so fun, that Whirly Ball.
It's violence. It's
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah, go with your coworkers and you can whack them and throw a ball at their head and stuff.
Yes.
See, that took the turn. You don't want to be here for this, John. I'm inciting violence in Lake County. Visit lakecounty.org.
Org. Yes.
What is visitlakecounty.com? Is it some other Lake County somewhere?
You'll find us.
All right. Oh, it'll find it there
steer
too.
you to
But
us.
it's an organization, so there you go.
That's
All right.
right.
7:45.
7:45.
Showers today with a high of 41.
I want to stay for the next minute and 39 seconds, John, because this is Jim Moran when he was our stunt monkey, when he was in the gravy chair before it became broccoli. We sent him out. It was illegal to smoke cigarettes if you were a dog in Zion, and we sent him out, and it did not go well. So did I. Hailstar at Will Rock. It is open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Dial it up, get on the air, say whatever you want. Or you can text us. I haven't been in the text line yet. 815-283-0095. Studio has to be the first word in the message from the text line. Let's see what we got. It says not 8:30 yet. Were we overly dirty?
Oh,
I
you
did
just
say that.
straight up said the.
I did say the M word.
Yeah.
I did say the M word for pleasuring myself, but there was nowhere to go in that joke other than saying that. That was backed into a corner. That was the punchline, the only available punchline for that joke. That was the only one. And we're evolving. We're not away from. We were just too pee-pee caca. It was just. And I tried to, but it just wasn't working. And so now I think that we can get back to being a show where you can listen with the kids in the car, and it'll be over their heads. And then after 8:30, maybe we'll say some stuff that wouldn't be over their heads.
But now a lot of parents are
safe harbor. They're in school.
explaining what the M word is.
Well, they're going to have to at some
Eventually,
point anyway.
yeah. This is taking the awkward out of the
conversation. My dad walked in on me. My mom didn't, praise Jeebus. But my dad
that
did.
You know of.
Yeah, and I think it was intentional. I think he was coming in just in case I had any questions. No, I got it figured out, Dad.
Math, language arts, science, those are all things that, we have to learn. But as males, that's just something that we figure out on our own.
Yeah, how to use our special purpose.
You guys.
One day,
How did you do it?
One day it'll
You
curse
don't want to know how we did it.
Yeah. This bell is horrible.
Imagine being a female. I'm just saying. We got a
you
lot
don't
more
even figure-
complicated. You guys don't even know.
You think you can't figure it out? I'm glad we moved the studios here. This is the only time I've ever found the G spot, is entrance G here.
Oh, yeah. It's right outside the door.
Also on the text line, Sam says, Tom, JP knocked your bell off the desk yesterday and never recovered it and had to use the pink bell.
So it's down there somewhere?
I think
It's down there right there. It's not even... I didn't
He
have
has
to
a
crawl
bad
under there. I
back.
just had to bend over.
He has a bad back.
That lazy piece. Because listen, this is my bell that he threw to the floor. Listen.
That's
my
a good
pretty
bell.
good. It's a good bell.
This is the backup bell that I had to go get out of my office. Okay, they sound about the same. I guess I was just romantically linked to the main bell. I can't believe I said bad stuff about the backup. I'm sorry, backup
You sound
bell.
horrible, backup bell. Wait,
No,
you
it
sound the
sounds
same.
You should
fine.
give backup bell
The
a chance.
tertiary bell has got rust on it. If I would have had, when I go to backup bell, I get a little nervous because if that goes missing, then I have to go to tertiary bell, and now people are Googleating tertiary now.
I was going to
Figure out how to
wait.
By the
spell
way,
it
I just
first.
invented the word Googleating, which is when you're Googling something in a panic to discover what someone said. That's called Googleating. There's today's Sniglet. It is 8 o'clock now. A bunch of texts, too, I'm seeing. People want to hear the lesson about Cuba that I taught Leah yesterday. So people want to hear that. That's long. It's like 12 minutes.
It went on for a bit.
Yeah, the lesson about Cuba is coming up next, and then we'll talk to you again around 8:30. That's not a lie. It's 8:01.
Showers today, high of 41. Tonight, low near 33. And tomorrow, cloudy, high of 42. It is 36 in Fox Lake and 36 in Waukegan.
Googleating. 95 Will Rock, 95 second update as if there's not enough to worry about. Now you have to worry about eye drops. Apparently, Illinois and Wisconsin, one of 16 states, or two of 16 states, I guess, seeing infections from eye drops from India tainted with a drug-resistant bacteria. The CDC says 68 people have been infected, 3 deaths, 8 cases of people completely losing their vision. A missing person still being sought, last seen in Waukegan, Seamus Gray, last seen on surveillance video around 1:40 on Saturday morning along Genesee Street after leaving a bar. The 21-year-old, a member of the U.S. Navy, did not report back at his assigned time at Naval Station Great Lakes. He's a white male, 6'3", 170, brown hair, and blue eyes. Will Rock Sports brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Bucks winners yesterday. The Bulls lose. Blackhawks in action tonight. A win for the Cubs in the Cactus League. The White Sox lose a pair of split squad games. The Brewers were off. All 3 teams in action today. The Wolves fall in Grand Rapids to the Griffins. The Admirals north in Toronto. They win in a shootout 2-1.
And finally, this is news that everyone needs to know right now.
News you can use. Here's Leah with today's News You Can Use on Disco 102.3. It's like you're back at your old station. The Lester and Leah Morning Extravaganza. Ladies, 12 ways to
Listen.
pleasure your man. Coming up, I just want to make you feel at
do
home.
that.
I just want to make you feel at home. Coming up, crock pot recipes that are ready in a flash.
Wait, doesn't the
listen.
fact that it's in a crock pot make sure it's not in a
No,
flash?
that you just dump in there and go. It's
Dump
it's
and
quick
go.
to yeah.
I see.
Crockpot recipes that are ready in a flash. How to pleasure your man in 12 easy steps. And want to sneak booze into your kids' soccer games? Leah's got it. News you can use. Here's Leah.
You're not going to need any of that
It's
because
all on
of
the cover of Cosmo.
That's what they did over there.
today's news. This is very upsetting. The TikTok user that goes by
yes.
Eno Alaric. He claims to be from the year of 2671.
That's a lie because I never see him at any of our meetings. 2671 crew. Represent.
He has been posting clips claiming to know the Stark events that will reveal themselves in the future. More than 350,000 people are following this account, and the most alarming prediction involves an alien invasion on March 23rd.
March 23rd in 2671?
No,
Or this
today.
year, today. This
2023,
year.
yes. The clip.
No, because I was in the meetings and we're talking about not doing it until next month now.
Oh,
Why are we here then?
We
if
want
the
to wait.
aliens are invading.
Well, we're preparing. I'm laying the groundwork, and also we were going to do it today. He's not wrong about that, but apparently he didn't find out. A couple of guys still have really good brackets going. So from my planet.
That's the issue. I thought the probes were on back order.
No. Would you rather be probed or eaten? This is when we show up. When we show up, these are going to be your options for you meat bags, you
I'll
humans.
take the probe.
Probe?
Or would you rather be taken to another habited planet?
Well, that's where we do the probing and the eating.
Oh, okay.
You think it's a free trip? There are no free trips.
Well, he says 8,000 people are going to be taken to a different
To be
planet.
probed
Only
and eaten.
8,000, though.
Well, that's
Only
all you need.
8,000.
That's all you really need.
The TikTok user said, to be clear, Earth does not end today. This is when the champion brings people to the other planet.
Yep.
So.
He won his bracket,
It
too.
got bumped back a little bit because of March Madness. We are going to do that, and then we
Noted.
take you off to the planet, and you get the
You get
choice.
the
You
probe.
can be probed or eaten. It's your choice. We do give you the choice.
What's
I would
involved?
definitely rather be probed than eaten.
Thank you, Emily.
I was going to say, what is it, the probing?
Bye.
You know, on date night, and you and your husband have an awkward conversation, and he brings something up, and you're like,
I'm tired.
No, you're like, oh hell no.
Oh, that's the probing?
Or you say to him, you first, and then he's like, no, never mind, forget I brought it up. I went to the trouble of explaining it in a kind of way where it was over the kids' heads about what the probing was.
Right, and I saved my question for off
and
the
then
air.
we got off the air, and Leah asked me to explain what it meant in no uncertain terms.
I was just making sure I got
Are we
it.
clear now?
I don't
you
want
got
it.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
don't-
You
yeah, I
got
got
it.
it.
You don't want it. All right, go see Dr. Swirling. He has a camera he sticks up your nose or in your throat or in your ear. It's always a different camera, don't worry. And he sees what's going on, whether it's sinus problems, nasal problems, snoring, sleep apnea. He checks it out. He tells you what the deal is, and he talks to you about your different options. He uses the latest advanced services and technology for minimally invasive surgical and non-surgical treatments for nasal problems, sinus problems, snoring, sleep apnea, all of it. And he can help you get your quality of life back. When you stop with the sleep apnea and the snoring, you get better rest, and you just feel better. You've got questions, you want to make an appointment, you need to know their locations. It's all waiting on the website for you. All you got to do today is take 5 minutes and head on over to sinusandsnoringmd.com. That's sinusandsnoringmd.com.
But bad things are going on in Cuba right now. This is how little I watch the news, you guys.
So listen. Wait. Oh my God! So in the 1960s,
yes,
Cuba was America's playground.
Yes.
Millionaires went there. There were hotels
They had
and
fun.
casinos, and the government was propped up by our American government because it was like our 51st. It was like Little America, and we used it, and the people made no money, and we could go there and be whatever. It's like the third world, Yeah, like we do now in Dominican Republic. Mexico. But the people were not paid. So there's a guy named Fidel Castro.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Okay. Beard, cigar. He got all his Cuban buddies together and said, hey, let's go get rid of this crappy government we got now and have one
we'll take over
for the people.
Yeah.
So he had a little insurrection and he did it and he took over.
Okay.
And that turns out he's not really for the people so much.
When did this happen?
The people don't even, in the 60s, the people don't even get to vote. I'm the guy. From now on, that's it. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about the people. It was about Fidel. And they got communism. And so then the guys in Russia are like, hey, you're communist. We're communists.
Yeah.
Like, let's be friends.
Play.
Right.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we're going to send a bunch of nuclear missiles
so there's
your
this
way.
guy named Nikita Khrushchev, and he says to Fidel, he goes, I got these things, and I don't know what to do with them. Would you mind if I left them in your backyard for a while? And Fidel's like, yeah, I mean, can we be friends? He's like, yes, we'll have trade with you. You'll be our little buddy. It'll be wonderful for you. So Fidel's like,
BFF necklaces.
Yeah. And Fidel's like, bro, send them over.
Right.
So they send these things over. Well, our guy, this Kennedy dude, good-looking dude.
You've heard of him?
He's secretly stooping Marilyn Monroe, maybe in the White House. So this guy is like, hey, wait a second.
Several others as well.
I got these pictures of this stuff that's in your backyard, and I'm not really happy about it. And Fidel's like, too bad. My buddy Nikita said,
I'm keeping him here for now.
What are you going to freaking do about it? So this Kennedy guy gets together with his brother and a bunch of other guys, Rusk and all these other guys. And they sit down and they have a meeting. They're like, what do we do? And the one guy from the military is like, we're going to nuke the crap out of them right now. We're going to.
Oh, no.
He's like, let's not, because then his buddy Nikita will nuke us and it'll be a messy thing.
Some sort of missile crisis, so to speak.
So the Kennedy guy says to the, do you want to know or not, you asked?
do
you want to? We can end this if you want.
No, it's the best.
So Kennedy says,
this is part of your
so Kennedy says to this
thing.
Fidel guy, he goes, look, no, I'm not having it. Get him out of there. And he calls his Navy guy and he says, look, I want you to take all the boats, put them around, so when more of these things are on the way over and they show up, our boats will be there going, sorry, bro, dock's closed. And he's like, bro, I just need to drop some stuff off. No, man, dock's closed. And if they try and get past you, sink their asses. So the Russian boats show up.
Okay.
And the whole world is watching like we're all going to die.
Right.
There's going to be a nuclear war. So this Khrushchev guy blinks and calls his boat guys and says, nah, bro, just turn around. Just
come home.
But it only happened because secretly, people don't know, we had this deal where we were going to send some of our stuff to the backyard of this dude in Turkey.
While they weren't looking.
And through back channels. We didn't officially say it because we didn't want to look like pussies. And Khrushchev was kind of like, he's like, look, we won't put those things in Turkey's backyard if you take your crap out of Cuba's backyard. And we did it in the back so nobody had to look like a jagoff. They're like, all right, we'll do that. All right, turn your boats around. Go. All right, we'll do that. So like, we're going to turn our boats around, go home. Nuclear war avoided. So Cuba is now. So then Kennedy decides, you know what we'll do is we'll get the CIA and some dudes. We'll send them down. It's Castro. We'll send a bunch of ex-Cubans and some CIA guys down, and we'll invade. Let's do it there at this bay of pigs
or something. Yeah.
Well, we try and do that, and we get our asses handed to us. So now this Castro guy's like, that's it. It's me, and it's been him pretty much.
Since.
And then his brother. And all these people. So we're like, we're having nothing to do with you. Americans aren't going to go there. We can't.
We don't want to play anymore.
So then in the 80s, a bunch of Cubans say, let's build a boat out of a refrigerator.
Or like a Lincoln. Some kind of big boat
So they
car.
get in these things and they start floating over. And we have this thing where if they touch the soil, they get to stay. So they're like running in the water and they're like, I got to the beach.
I licked it. It's mine.
It's cool. It was cool. And there's guys
there you go.
There's guys like from the INS going, no, stop. And they're like, no, I touched it. it. Cool. I'm safe. I'm in America now. So, and then there's this little kid, and he comes over here. No, we don't need to go.
We don't need to go to
Elian Gonzalez.
Yeah. That was the 90s.
There's a
Clinton.
There's a lot
Clinton was
to it,
around
and
there,
it's been going on. And for a while, we were friendly with him, and then another guy came into office and said, "No, we're not going to be friendly with him." And now we're maybe in limbo with him.
Okay.
So that you asked about Cuba.
Wow.
To quote Jeff Spicoli, ask me what I'm doing. Having some food and learning about Cuba. Fast Times at Ridgemont High explains everything.
Now, in 1898, Spain owned Cuba outright.
Pay attention.
Think about it.
This is what I try to explain.
Cuba owned by a disorganized parliament over 4,000 miles away. Cubans were in a constant...
Here's the pizza guy at the door. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Spicoli's sitting there smiling.
Cubans were in a constant state of revolt. In 1904, the United States decided to throw a little weight around and...
That's what I was explaining to you. There's a guy at the door at the classroom, Mr. Hand.
Who is it?
Mr. Pizza Guy.
Again?
Mr. Pizza Guy, sir.
He's coming into the classroom.
For the deviled cheese and sausage. Right here, dude.
Spicoli raises his hand. Pays him. Gives him a tip.
Here, dude.
Mr. Hand is not happy. Here it comes. Best line in cinematic history. Jeff Spicoli.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you are doing?
Learning about Cuba, having some food.
Learning about Cuba. I was getting backwards. Having some food and learning about Cuba.
Having some food.
Learning about
just
Cuba.
That.
That's what we're doing in here. You want to know about Cuba. And then but I didn't even get to the explanation of, you asked why it mattered. The baseball players, they don't want to go back to that dystopian world that Cuba is kind of right now. They want to stay here in America and be millionaire baseball players.
Okay.
So they say now
It's understandable.
A lot of them, the guys that stay are probably guys without family, a lot of family,
right?
Because your family's screwed if you don't go back, and the other guys know that, so they got to go back. That's why they don't all stay. They can't pick on you anymore, so they pick on your family. That's why Chinese athletes have to, like Yao Ming when he came with Chinese athletes that come over here, the government takes a pile of their money, but their family's there, and they won't ever let their family travel. That's what keeps the Chinese guys loyal. There's a lot going on in the world that people don't know about.
I try to be ignorant to it all.
Well, that would be better. Test driving a 2023 Chevy Trailblazer from Ray Chevy in Fox Lake and Raymond Chevrolet in Antioch. It's a good test drive. You're going to find the vehicle you want at Ray and Raymond. You're not going to have to compromise. They've got new vehicles arriving all the time. So the Chevy you want is there, whether it's a Trailblazer or you want a Malibu. You're looking for a Camaro. You need a truck. They've got a huge selection of Chevy trucks for you there as well. And with the SUVs, they've still got the Traverse and the Equinox, so popular. Go in, take a test drive in the exact vehicle you want, and then get it at the price you deserve. Ray and Raymond won't be beat on price on that new Chevy. When you're going to buy a Chevy, only place you got to go is Ray Chevy in Fox Lake or Raymond Chevrolet in Antioch. They've got a huge selection. Quality pre-driven vehicles as well, and they're there for you after the sale, too. Plus, they've got great financing. They'll give you the best for your trade. The place to buy that new Chevy or a quality pre-driven vehicle is Ray Chevy on 12 in Fox Lake or Raymond Chevrolet on 173 in Antioch. This is not good. We're solving problems. I found where my bell was. John Perry dropped it on the floor and didn't pick it up.
Bum.
I don't know what the hell that's all about. So I'm solving problems. We're going to get to Leah's other problem, which was her school talk today. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
You're so
You're a
fired.
parent of children and have some advice for her, maybe. But I'm solving problems, and then I'm finding problems. I look down on the floor, and I'm finding the bell. Here's a washer.
Oh, no.
Here's one of those little bent washers with the divot in it that you put with the washer.
Do
And
these microphones take washers?
I don't know, but there's like parts of something on the floor. So I don't know what if something's going to fall in, or it seems like important stuff. So I don't know. So that's another problem. If we're suddenly not on the air, have them check the washers.
Throw it in CJ's office. He'll take care of it.
Have you been in there? There's just piles of stuff.
Yes, I've been in
Piles
there.
of stuff everywhere.
The maintenance of radio broadcasting equipment employs a large number of workers known as technicians.
Not here.
It is their job to see that the apparatus is kept in perfect working order.
Not here.
These positions have been filled by men without professional training.
That's us. That's us. So we'll figure out what the washers were for. It's 8:22. It is Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510, or you can text at 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword. This text says, whoever requested the Puerto Rico bit needs to be kicked in the small hairless beanbag stat.
I thought it was super educational.
It was Cuba, not Puerto Rico, and that was the edited version. I didn't even go back to Havana Harbor and Remember the Maine, and I didn't even get into
Bath of Pigs.
No, Bay of Pigs. I didn't go into details about the Bay of Pigs, and there's a lot more to it. I left out the whole Spanish angle, but I think you understand a little
I
more.
got it.
This text says the Kenny G bit kills me every time. I don't know. Have you know the Kenny my crowd surfing?
I think so,
Yeah. Let's see. Good morning, pimps and pimpettes.
That's
you.
us.
That's going to be the new name of the show, Pimp and Pimpettes in the Morning with broccoli. Are you not allowed to play Steno bits anymore? No, we can. That's the intellectual property of Alpha Media. We choose not to. Everybody else who was a co-host and left because of a family reason or a different gig or by their own, because they wanted to. And she was separated from the company by the company to save money, which they are. They're saving a boatload. Everybody's like, well, you got two people in it. These people were already doing things elsewhere.
We're just doing
this
more.
This is just more for them.
More work, no more money.
So, yes, we are. But since she was separated, I'm just laying off of them. Maybe down the road, who knows? I don't know. So I'm just kind of. I feel bad for her because it's a lot. That's a lot to go. Even if it made. And I understand what the company's doing. It's a business. You got to be a lean, mean broadcasting machine to make it
One
radio.
day it's going to be us.
Yeah, absolutely. The reduction in force is coming this way.
Everyone has a shelf life, if you will.
That's why I have decided to rededicate myself to doing my version of a radio show because one day the rug gets pulled out and I want to at least have the fun I want to have. So it's going to be a little
I'm
weird
here for it.
Thank you, Leah.
I'm here.
Thank you, Leah.
Yeah.
8:24.
Showers today, high of 41.
All right, back to the text line, back to the phone lines, and Leah's problem. I've had this problem. I know this problem.
I'm stressing.
We'll cover that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Here's Five Finger Death Punch on Will Rock. So waiting to see if you continue that conversation.
Well, it's true.
Hard to bring
Off
that on the air.
Yeah.
Is it 8:30?
We need. Okay, that's more of a 9:30 conversation. That's. We need bleachers in here again. It is the 95 WIIL Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah and Tim's here with the news in just a minute. Open phone Thursday 800-223-9510 or on the text line at 815-283-0095. Studio. The key word. Leah has not the problem we were just talking about because I don't know how to bring that up. But earlier this morning,
with the the beep out Friday.
yeah, that could be. You could talk about that on because you said stick. Never mind.
Never mind.
So the earlier problem was she's giving a talk today at a school.
I'm on a panel.
And I always hate doing that. I'll do it anytime I'm asked because who am I to say no?
Right.
But I don't like being asked. What grade is it? What is it? Little kid school or middle school?
No,
or
it's a high school.
High school's not bad.
No.
It's, little kids school is okay because they're just excited somebody else is there and they'll sit there
And
and
they don't
listen.
have to sit at their
They
desk.
don't understand a word you're saying, but they'll sit there and listen.
Right.
High school, if they're there and they're listening, it's by choice. Otherwise, they'd be skipping out or in the back of the room goofing off. So some of them might be engaged in what you are saying. And
See, that's where I'm worried.
They're smart enough to understand what you're saying, and those that are listening will be engaged and to some degree interact with you. Junior high is the one you want to avoid, the middle one.
Oh, those people suck.
Because they all think that they know everything and you're an idiot, and they're having troubles with their own bodies, so they don't care about.
I have one of those at
the
home.
junior high boys would love you. So it's the question. You're giving a talk about what?
Well, it's Women's History Month, so it's a panel of successful women, and I air quote
and
that
you
because
are on it. How
I don't
exactly?
know. Well, because
You are the member of the misfit toys here, the
listen.
leftovers at Alpha Media
It's
North.
my almond daughter.
Your what?
My almond daughter.
Is that how you say
That's
that
how I
word?
say it.
It's your almond daughter.
Not the alma mater, the almond
The almond
otter.
daughter.
It's your
I'm going
almond
back
daughter.
to Zion.
You're going to all right.
I'm going back to Zion, and
What kind of river does that swim in, by the way?
bees.
bees. They're trying to change that too.
Wow.
So
now
yeah, I'm
wait.
supposed to-
Bees are somehow offensive.
I don't think it's because it's offensive. They're just talking about doing a like switch up.
Pollination. It's all the sex they have with plants. That is weird. How
dare they?
So, and you're giving this talk. You're a member of a panel.
Yeah, and I'm not getting all my emails since the change next
So they've
door.
been telling you things.
Yeah, and I'm not getting it, and it's happening at
There's a lot I don't get.
12:45 today.
All right.
Yeah.
There's more on your little panel than there was this morning when you told me about
There's
it.
a picture,
so,
there's
yeah.
a logo, and my name.
It's still more.
What do the other people on the panel do?
They're going to speak too. Everyone gets 10 minutes.
Like, what do they do?
Oh, what do they
Occupation
do
wise.
occupation wise?
this is
Right,
not-
this is not it. Like
you work
I
with
mean,
a man who owns one of these, and it
Here's
was
the thing, when
and it was paid for by company dollars. That's where you
put
work.
that on the company. Here's the thing: when I said that I was going to do this, this was before I came
you
over
were
here.
with
So
Lester and Leah. You
there's-
were on the Respectable show. Yeah,
There's 3 women. The first 3 are doctors. They have DR in front of their name.
Of course they are.
Oh man!
you're
And then we
low on
have
the totem pole here.
we have a lawyer.
All right.
We have a freelance writer and author.
All right.
We have a business owner.
Wow.
And then there's Leah.
You need to somehow.
I'm
When
the
does this
only one
happen?
there.
When does this happen?
4 hours.
Sometime in the next 3.5 hours, you have to get COVID. You need to get COVID.
Yesterday.
Here are doctors and lawyers, and we've got business owners. And what do you do, little girl? Oh, you're on that. Oh, how nice for you. And then they just kind of walk away.
I
They're
make
like,
sex jokes on the
yeah,
radio.
yeah. This morning we talked about what's the appropriate age to pleasure yourself. My coworker said 14. I said, oh no, much younger.
Yes.
What do you think, boys and girls?
Raise your hands.
Show of
if-
hands.
Yeah.
Who's pleasuring themselves already?
Well, it's
What
high school.
age are
All
you?
those hands better go up.
Everybody are. The ones that don't go up are lying. Yeah. All right. Well, let us know how that goes.
I don't
With
know
the
what to
doctors
say.
and lawyers and Indian chiefs and all that stuff. My God, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm looking for support, and you gave me
Well, I was
none
trying
of
to come up
that.
with a pointer, and I don't have one. You know what? You can go two routes. You can try and act like this is more than it is.
Right.
And
That's what I was
it's
gonna do.
You can be a person in the media and help shape the minds and inform the community and be, or you can go in there and be truthful. This morning we talked about when you're yanking it. This are your, and now if you go the second route, they're going to listen to what you have to say.
Yeah.
So you need to back that up with something good.
Good.
And now this industry, not so much. That that's a very shallow pool of whatever. But so you could go with a life lesson instead. We talk about people giving, speeches, commencement speeches. You could go that route and say, I've learned this to this point. Have you learned any life lessons? I have a lot of life lessons because I'm old and I'll be dead soon.
Right.
Do you have any life lessons?
Well, just that none of this matters.
You learned that from me.
Yeah.
You learned that from me, right?
You and Lester.
All right.
I mean,
nothing matters.
Nothing. Yeah, none of this matters.
The stuff that you get your panties in a bunch about, or you
Doesn't
fret
matter.
over, or that embarrasses you, none of it. And those kids don't know that.
They
won't know
don't.
that for decades. And the sooner they get rid of their fear,
The better
their life will be.
It truly
fear
is.
is the wall between you and what you want.
Could you do this speech for me?
Yeah, it really is, though.
I know.
Because I don't give. I have literally people wear shirts that say "No F's given," and it's a catchphrase to them. I literally don't give enough
Yeah.
about. I care about Yola and Jake and Sam
Well, your
and
kids
Jax.
and the people you
That's it,
love.
my
That's
dog.
different.
Yeah,
that's
it.
different.
That's it. And that's why I
different,
go to work. I'm not saying don't go to work and be a
Right.
productive member of society. I'm saying do all that, but don't let stuff like bother you.
Right.
Tell them that. Don't try and tell them anything about this because this is
yeah.
so very. You can take this with if you want.
you.
You have to bring it back.
Visual aids.
I don't loan the fart gun to anyone. You go up on stage and you
definitely
play
use
this,
that.
you will have their attention for a good 30, 45 seconds. And then lay the fact on them that ask the girl out. There was a girl I wanted to go out with in high school, and I wouldn't ask her out. I was afraid to ask her out. And I found out 30 years later
She had a crush on you.
She had a crush on
Yeah.
me. Well, we would have had beautiful children. But I never even talked to her because I was afraid. So,
Scared,
yeah, ask the
Go
girl
for
out.
it.
Ask for a raise. Do that stuff. I don't know. Maybe not. I might be talking out my ass. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's 8:35.
Cloudy today, showers throughout the day, high of 41 tonight, low near 33, and tomorrow cloudy, high of 42. It's 36 in Lakemore and 37 in Antioch.
Will you tell us tomorrow how it went?
I'm gonna have to, unless I drank that chunky milk or coffee
yeah, that
earlier
might help.
today. I'm not feeling 100%.
Are you, I'm looking to see if you're winking. Oh,
Yeah, I don't look
you
good
don't
either.
look so good,
I'm a little
Leah.
pale.
Kids, we had a sixth speaker, but she
You
drank
don't-
chunky coffee this
You
morning,
don't
and now
look
she's
so
down.
good. The
Yeah.
lesson from Leah is don't drink chunky coffee.
Yes.
Good lesson.
95 Wheel Rock 95 second update brought to you by 5 Star Firearms on Sheridan Road in Zion, just north of Route 173. Police in Crystal
Chunky coffee's
Lake.
really hitting me.
Oh, I hate when that happens, by the way. They're looking for the public's help in locating subjects that fled after crashing a stolen vehicle earlier this week. The car was reported stolen from Beloit and then fled an attempted traffic stop in Crystal Lake Monday night before crashing into multiple vehicles and 2 houses. The occupants of the car escaped. Well, that rocket, the one you almost saw,
Yeah,
it went up.
It was
3D rocket.
printed.
Yeah,
the
3D
whole
printed
thing was
rocket.
3D printed, and we went and they scrubbed the launch, and I was watching. And last night, it was supposed to did it go off?
It made
did it blow up? Did it blow up?
It made it up there, and then 3 minutes after liftoff, it went went
crashed.
kablooey
Yeah,
and didn't make
see.
it to orbit.
The people didn't even get to see it blow up, though. It was too far downrange.
Yeah.
yeah.
Relatively.
When I went, I was hoping because it was the first time doing it, it would blow up and we'd get to see it. And I want them to have success with this because this 3D printing is the thing that will make it possible for us to go to Mars. You go to Mars and you need
Right.
a part to fix something that you can't get it shipped to you. Amazon doesn't deliver there yet. So they take these 3D printers, and if they need a part, they can make it. So this is the beginning of that.
Yeah.
And it blew up.
The good news for them is it wasn't really carrying anything.
Right, there's no
because-
payload.
Yeah.
They have billions of dollars of payload waiting to go up on that thing. What if you're the first payload? You're like, maybe not, man. I'm going to wait a little while.
Right. Well, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Will Rock Sports Switch is brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 118. Looking for welders now? Go to ualocal118.com. Bucks win, Bulls lose. Blackhawks in action tonight. Cubs win yesterday in the Cactus League. White Sox lose a pair. Brewers were off. All 3 teams play today. The Wolves lose in Grand Rapids. The Admirals win in Toronto.
All right. If you have advice for Leah on how to, she has high school kids, but how to maybe help.
He doesn't listen though.
Right,
I mean,
he won't
so
listen
how?
to you. Right, how to get high school kids to listen that
Right.
aren't your own even. If you have advice, call now 800-223-9510 and let Leah know she's giving a talk today with a bunch of doctors. Or text it in 815-283-0095. Studio, the key word. Someone on the text line said, I would have gone to class more often if it was taught like Tom just taught about Cuba. Yeah.
See?
But also then you would have gotten to college and you would have failed everything because they would have said like, what? Where did you learn this? It's like it's stoned history instead of drunk history.
But that's like I used to say, if everything was sang to me in a song, I would remember it, right? Because you remember,
That's how you know all the states.
Exactly.
That's how I can tell you the planets.
I don't know the states, but I know the presidents.
It's from a song?
Yeah.
I know-
Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Madison Monroe, John Quincy Adams. All right, we'll stop there.
All right, that's all she knows. So, you know a few. That's how I know the order of the planets.
Really? There's a planet song?
Yeah.
But if I learn things
When
the
I've
way
done when I've done high school when I've done high school talks, I literally have had 10 kids come up on stage and made them sing the planet song. I started with the fat kid in the yellow shirt and I made him be the sun, and I went all the way down the line. I got a little kid to be Mercury, and I went all the way down and I had them sing the planet song. If you get a gag or a gift or something like that or a song, you could do that instead of having to give a talk. I'm just saying. Or take the fart gun.
I think I'm going to go with the fart gun.
right,
I'm not
all right.
choosing the large person in the crowd to be the
What were you
song.
going to say? What were you going to say? I'm
I
sorry.
don't even remember.
I don't know what's going on. 800-223-9510. Help Leah out. We'll do that next on Will Rock. SinusandSnoringMD.com. SinusandSnoringMD.com. Have you been over there yet? There's something in your life. I guarantee it, 100% of people, there's something in your life that Dr. Swerdlin can improve. If it's not your sinuses or nasal problems or allergies or whatever, it's somebody you know, a family member or a friend who's suffering with this. And they don't have to. I don't understand why you wouldn't go see Dr. Swerdlin if you have sinus problems, snoring problems, nasal problems. It's keeping you up at night. Even when you sleep, it's not restful. When you go and see Dr. Swerdlin, the rest of your life is that much better because you're better rested. SinusandSnoringMD.com can help you. You don't need a referral. Most insurance is accepted, and you're going to get your quality of life improved. The place to start, you know the website, SinusandSnoringMD.com. Sing it, SinusandSnoringMD.com. Thank you, Leah. It's open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. The caller ID tells me this is the McCaffreys, and they're probably calling from Florida or someplace warm. Hi.
Hello there.
Tracy?
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Leah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
See, after your McCaffreys are on the phone, where are you in Florida?
I am in Florida.
Whatever, Tracy. It's very weird that you're calling. I saw you over on the caller ID. This is how much the computers are watching us. I'm scrolling through Facebook. Happy birthday to Nina, who's 25. You guys just posted that.
That's so sweet.
Who's Nina? Is she your daughter?
She's our middle daughter.
Your middle daughter? Because you have like three. Yeah, you have a bunch of daughters. I don't know. I've met them, but I don't need. She's very pretty. Here's the prop. Does she have a boyfriend?
I lost him.
What's it? Does she has a boyfriend?
No, she actually doesn't right now.
Keep the boys away from her. She's 25.
Yeah.
According to Emily, 25 is the year where she's gonna go crazy. She's gonna be whoop whoop, and so just keep an eye on her. 25 is the.
Well, she sure better not.
Well, Emily used a really bad word for it, but let's just say it's the crazy years. It's the sowing the wild oats years. Just keep an eye on her,
beautiful.
okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we will. We
Happy
will.
Happy birthday to her, because the boys are horrible.
Thank you.
All right.
Long time no see.
Yeah, because you're in Florida in the winter time. Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
How is the weather today? What is the weather today?
Well, it's probably about 70 right now.
Oh, chilly. You
And
gonna
I
be
think
okay?
it's supposed to get up to 88.
All right, it'll be fine later. Okay, good. Just put
Yeah,
a parka on this morning. Go out.
Listen, I left the other morning, and I had to turn the heat on in the car. That's disgusting.
Nightmare. Go out and scrape the sunshine off the windshield so you can see. All right. I'll say hi to the
All
family
right, miss
for
you
us.
guys.
Happy birthday.
I will.
Happy birthday to
Okay.
Nina. Keep an eye on her anyway. Hi, 95 WIIL Rock OPT.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, so Tom, I got to tell you, you, sir, are inspirational with your little speech that you had there.
That's just me.
Which one?
Talking out my ass. Which one?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Like sacking up and talking to the girl, and
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I found out decades later she would have gone out with me, and I was pining away for this girl all through high school. And decades later, and then I finally got to go out with her, and it was nice. It was good. But had we gotten together in high school, we would have had beautiful children.
babies. I know. I could see it.
Children. So,
What was her name?
We're not going to here to out anybody on the air.
All right.
So
Wasn't sure.
not here to, normally she's moved on in her life.
You've
moved
moved
in
on.
mine.
Okay.
We don't need
There's
to.
no chance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
it's one of those what could have been. Not.
Yeah.
I hope it could have.
could
Yeah.
have been. That's a song. It's like a Tiffany song or something. Anyways. Well, I'm glad you found that line of BS inspirational. That was entirely not my goal. All right. Well, so get out there and don't let fear stop you, all right?
I also, on your advice for Leah, I have
Please.
something that I.
What do you got? So Leah's going to talk to
Incredibly
high schoolers today. Hold on, let me catch everybody up since you're going to give advice. Leah's going to talk to high schoolers today. And what is it described as, Leah?
It says Humans History Month Affinity Assemble. Join our panel of leading thinkers, dreamers, and makers at this year's Expert Summit.
You are a leading thinker, dreamer, and maker, Leah.
That's me.
Which are you? Are you a thinker, a dreamer, or a maker?
Thinker, dreamer, or maker. I feel like I'm dreaming right
we
now.
Don't know.
I don't even know.
So what is your advice for her for addressing the high schoolers?
So what I would tell any kid that age is don't feel pressured to make your decision on what you want to be when you grow up right now.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Tom, I don't think you heard my good morning, but this is Mr. Bad Dad Joke
Bad
Danny.
Dad Joke Danny, I know that.
And I'm going to be 38 this year, and it took me till I was 36
Yeah.
to go self-employed and do woodworking as a career.
I've been working wood since I was 14. We covered that already. But most people don't figure out what they're going to do until later in life, and they change careers like 8 times. I didn't have that. I knew what I wanted to do when I was 5. I was talking into my thumb, pretending to be on the radio. That's the truth. But nobody has that. Nobody. So don't worry about not knowing what you're going to do. Don't worry about what you're going to do because it'll come to you hopefully at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're definitely the some people as opposed to the most people who have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Lay it on me, Danny. Let's have it. Let's hear it.
All right. What did one nut say while chasing the other nut?
What did one nut say while chasing the other nut? What was it, Danny?
I'm a cashew.
Ah, I'm going to cash you.
Really? All right. Thanks for calling, Danny.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, whatever. That's a real laugh?
Like a cashew. I'm
No,
gonna
I
cash
get
you.
the joke, Leah. It's not that I don't get it. It's that I don't think it's. I understand.
I love dad
cashew,
jokes.
catch you. It's a nut, so it's a cashew.
It's gonna cash you.
Yeah, I get it. Thanks for explaining it. It's 8:49.
And it is going to be cloudy today. Some rain in the forecast as well. High of 41.
All right. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, this is funny. Lake County RV Outlet Show is going on over there at the Lake County Fairgrounds. That's what you're seeing all those RVs in there for. If you need an RV, stop by the Outlet Show. It runs all weekend, starts Friday morning at 11, runs through Sunday night. Factory direct pricing on the motorhomes, fifth wheels, all that stuff. Free to get in, free parking. And, it's going all weekend. We'll be there Sunday. Stop out and see JP. Starting at 1, he's got Queensryche tickets for you. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias ticket. Yes, smell it. And Kiss tickets for the Allstate Arena Show on November 27th. All those up for grabs. He's there Sunday starting at 1. Lake County Fairgrounds Event Center. Details on the road trips page at 95willrock.com. We mourn the loss, and I got to tell you, we met and hung out with Saliva just a couple of weeks ago. Wayne was there. He seemed fine. He's 59, and all of a sudden, he's gone. Wayne from Saliva passed away yesterday with a brain hemorrhage of some type. So that's another thing that backs up what I was saying. Go on and live your life. Don't let fear stop you. He definitely lived his life. He was a fun guy, always a class act, always nice to us and his fans when we talk to him, and he will be missed. We mourn Wayne. We'll play some Saliva coming up for you next on Will Rock. I would like not to talk to a high school. I would like to give a commencement speech, not do what you're doing today because there's criteria and you're kind of in a box where you have to kind of go along with their theme.
Yeah.
I would like some high school or college, not a good college, but some, to unleash me on a commencement speech because I think I have it all figured out when in reality I don't have anything figured out because none of us do.
Right. And that's okay.
But I would like to spew my stupid at people. And I do it here every day, but
Right. What did I write down from that other guy? Don't feel pressured to make a decision.
Right. That's a good one.
That's a life lesson.
Yeah. And nothing matters.
No.
Here's the third one of this is, don't expect other people to be perfect because you're not. And when they're not perfect, forgive them. And I don't mean say they're forgiven and then still harbor thoughts of, well, you F that up or I'm mad at you. Actually, let them not be perfect because you aren't. And then that extends to yourself. Be okay with yourself not being perfect.
I wrote
Nobody
down
is.
Grace and compassion.
Don't look on Instagram. That's ways of putting my words into actual where they make sense.
Yeah.
Don't look on Instagram and think, oh, everybody's life is perfect and every's so happy and
absolutely
beautiful.
not. That's an act.
People are way more beautiful on there than they are in real life, both physically and mentally. You look at me on Facebook. I'm like, oh, Yola's wonderful. I love her. Obviously, I'm not going to post, oh, Yola and I had a fight about tonic water because it's
true story.
True story. Like a knockdown, drag out, F you fight about tonic water.
I'm telling you.
Who drinks tonic water, though? Soda water.
Can we not go into that? Because it's still, that wound is
fresh.
It happened a year ago, and that wound is still open. So
did you get her tonic water instead of soda water?
I don't want to talk about it. What part of it? I don't want to relive that. Are you not getting? But I forgive her for her ignorance in the world of mixers, and I hopefully forgives mine, and I really do forgive. It's because it's nothing matters, and just don't expect other people to be perfect because you're not. I am far from perfect, and I come across with, I got it figured out. I am probably the most flawed person you know, but I forgive myself. You got to forgive yourself.
I know.
Maybe don't let me do a commencement. All the kids will be like, well, that was depressing. That was very depressing. 9:00 now into the final hour of Open Phone Thursday. Please call and protect the listeners from me. You do the talking. Say whatever you want. 800-223-9510. Call now and say whatever you want on the radio. 800-223-9510 into the final hour of Open Phone Thursday coming up.
Showers today, high of 41. Tonight, low near 33. And tomorrow, cloudy, high of 42. It is 36 in Spring Grove and 34 in Libertyville.
95 WIIL Rock, 95-second update. That missing Navy man last seen in Waukegan, still missing. Seamus Gray, 21 years of age, white male, 6'3", 170 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes, last seen early Saturday morning. How early? About 1:40, leaving a bar on Genesee Street. Hasn't been seen since. Ford's electric vehicle business has lost $3 billion before taxes the past 2 years and will lose a similar amount this year, say company officials. Company officials do say, though, that there's good news on the horizon and that their electric vehicles should be profitable before taxes by late 2026. I don't know how they.
I don't know what
figure
that means,
all that
but
out.
okay.
Yeah, they're losing lots of money.
Electric cars are coming. People who are against electric cars are just like these are the same people who are against cars when they came out. We're like, get a horse. Look, see, your car's broke down. My horse is fine. And then the horse died. But they're coming. Electric cars. It's going to be a thing, whether you like it or not.
Have you watched the show 1923 with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren? They actually talk about that. The invention of the car is making its way into Montana, and they're like a perfectly good horse.
Right.
Like the exact same thing.
Right. They're like, why would you do that when horses? You see people riding horses? Yes, for recreation.
Right.
Yes, there will still be cars and gas cars or whatever, but electric
for recreation.
Whether you like it. Yeah. I want a Camaro with a big block and hell yeah. So that's still going to be a thing. But electric cars are coming, whether you like it or not. And no, it's not perfect. Cars weren't perfect when they came out. Ride a Model T sometime and see. Take it out on the interstate, see how it does. No, they're
its
flawed.
Bicycle tires.
I'm not going to get one until I have to because you never get something at the beginning. Look at this rocket that blew up. That was
right.
I said it would blow up. They knew it would blow up.
And it blew up.
They were testing The main thing they were testing, would it survive max Q, which is where it's under the most dynamic pressure
yes.
of the whole thing.
So
would
they
it
throttle down and then they
were
throttle up.
expecting it to blow up, basically. And they're like, all right, now we saw it blow up. We'll figure out why it blew up. We'll do better next time. Same deal with these cars. I'm not getting one until they stop bursting into flames, or there's a charging station everywhere. I don't want to be standing at the side of the road waiting for some dude with a battery. But you stand at the side of the road now waiting for some dude with a gas can. It's not. It'll be there, but I ain't doing it yet. So I'm a lot today.
You are.
It's fun. It's Thursday,
Call now and get away from me talking.
WIIL Rock Sports brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. The Cubs, the White Sox, the Brewers all in Cactus League action today. The Blackhawks take on the Washington Capitals. Last night, the Bucks beat the Spurs. The Bulls fell to the 76ers. Cubs won one game. The White Sox lost two. The Brewers didn't lose because they didn't play. Wolves and Admirals played last night as well. Wolves lost in Grand Rapids. Admirals won in Toronto.
And finally, you guys have Amazon Prime? Because this is just a testament.
We have Amazon.
I'm on a 30-day free trial for Amazon Prime right now. Thank you.
Amazon Prime, I think we might be their number one. We might be. I was this last summer. There was an Amazon truck broken down in front of the house, and I'm like, I knew it. Yola broke Amazon. Yes, we have.
So you guys
Amazon
utilize
Prime.
the Amazon Prime.
Yes,
This is just a testament to those delivery drivers for
Busting
Amazon.
their asses.
They really are, because you could get deliveries within 2 days, sometimes even the day of.
I ordered new dog diapers for George Bailey yesterday, and they're showing up today.
Fantastic.
Right?
Where else could you get that?
What a time to be alive.
Where else can I get?
say.
Where else can I get that? PetSmart. But then I'd have to toddle my lazy ass to PetSmart. I'd have to stand in the dog diaper aisle and find the right ones.
Right.
And instead,
It's a whole thing.
Instead, it was click, 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 and that's a lie. Yola did it, so it was. I just had to listen to the clicking. So anyway,
You saved everything.
yeah.
So you could get those 2-day deliveries, even if your house is in an active crime scene. There's a
Really?
video, it's going viral right now, of an Amazon delivery driver showing up at a residence where there's a police standoff going on. And he just casually walks past dozens of police cars, groups of cops, before he's eventually stopped, right, by a SWAT member. He's like, bro, you can't come. And so the guy just handed it to the SWAT member, took a photo.
There you go. So a delivery photo.
Yep,
Your
it's
stuff's
there.
here. If you don't get shot or incarcerated, your stuff's. The person inside waiting for it's probably like ammo or something. They're like, well, I was going to shoot back, but my ammo got held up by the SWAT team. So.
Oh my gosh, he did
Imagine
it.
they get the notification on their phone and then they run outside and then it's boom, boom, boom.
That's
Yeah.
the end of it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to text and say, Tom, Amazon won't deliver ammo. I've tried. I don't know. So, but this is like the Postal Service doesn't have an actual motto, the United States Postal Service, but they have a sort of motto that people believe are their motto. Do you know it?
No.
It's neither rain nor snow nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed routes. That's the
mouthy.
letter carriers, right? You're mouthy. But like Amazon could be neither rain nor snow nor heat nor gloom of night nor SWAT team. Well, you can add in nor active crimes nor felony.
It's not going to stop us.
Yeah. I think of a dryer. I think Amazon seems like a pretty crack the whip company. The guy was probably in fear of his life.
He was probably scared, yeah.
He shows up back at the barn with that box, and they're like, "Hey, Bobby, a little late, and what's the extra package sitting in there for?" Right. Well, there was a SWAT team, and they had their guns out, and they're like, well, I don't give a rat's ass. You get your butt down there. The man inside that barricaded house probably needs those dog diapers. Get your ass over there. Master Truck and Trailer has everything you need for your trailer, your hitch. They're good to go. Before you know it's going to be time to get the boat out, get the camper to the campsite. Make sure you're ready to go. You don't waste a day by having to get it worked on then. Take it in now. Master Truck and Trailer does all types of work on all types of trailers and all types of hitches. They'll get you ready for spring and summer. Boat, horse, car, landscape, travel, cargo, motorcycle trailer, all of that at Master Truck and Trailer. Electrical work, whether it's lights or wiring harnesses or winches or power jacks, fans, inverters, suspension work, brakes, couplers, wheels, locks, any of that. Master Truck and Trailer. It's not a side job. It's what they do. Get it done right at a fair price. They don't jack the price because they're pros. They give you a better price. Everything they need is right there. They'll get the work done fast and get you back out on the road. The place to go, Master Truck and Trailer. It's in their name. They're on Wadsworth Road, just east of Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and you can find them online at mttllc.net. It's Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Into the home stretch. Call now. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Hello, good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Leah,
Daryl, BMLD, be more like Daryl, president of the Cabin Fever Getaway Smiley Face Club. What's up, Daryl?
Samoa.
You got a big title.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, big title.
What can we do for you today?
Just, not much. Just call in, say hi.
Yeah, all right.
I'm off in Florida.
You're in Florida, too? Everybody's in Florida. Why?
What is going on?
Everybody.
It is a good time to be in Florida.
Sucks to be us.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks to be us. All right. Are you with the McCaffreys? Is everybody there going to call?
No.
You're in another place in Florida. All the Cabin
Another
Fever
place.
people getaway are in Florida. And I'm not, and I'm here. So, all right, Daryl.
So that sucks for you.
Thanks, Daryl, for at least recognizing that. We appreciate the call.
Sure. Nice listening to you.
It's going to be in the 50s here, Daryl. So
almost 80, I think.
We haven't seen the
right,
sunshine in.
We're done with Daryl. Yeah, I have that seasonal affective thing.
Yeah, same.
I
Sad.
actually feel like I have that.
Yeah. Well, it's been 3 days.
Yeah. Hi, Will Rock, OPT.
Good morning, Tom. Leah, welcome back.
Good morning.
Who's
Thanks.
This is Kelly calling from Crystal Lake, not Florida.
What's up? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, for being in the same suffering that we are in. I appreciate that.
Suffering with you.
Yeah.
So I'm calling because I'm actually a skilled labor recruiter, and I have a company in Crystal Lake that's looking to hire several welders and CNC operators.
Okay. All right.
So if you're looking for work, Google Express Employment Professionals Crystal Lake. Give me a call, ask for Kelly, and I will get an interview set up with this company within the next day or two.
Very cool. Call Kelly.
Nice. I might be looking.
Thanks for calling, Kelly. She has her own theme on the show. Yeah. That's a good use of Open Phone Thursday. You got a job for somebody, you're looking to hire people, dial it up. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
This is Sean from Pell Lake.
Good, Sean from Pell Lake. Good morning. What's up?
I'd like to plug Creed's Cause. It's a animal foster / adoption agency.
Okay.
I am on my third dog, I should say. Tomorrow night, I'm getting 2 puppies. But I'd like to break this open with a joke.
What are you doing with all these dogs?
What is going on?
Third dog.
I don't think you're allowed to have more than 3.
And are you not good at dogs? Are they running away or dying?
No, I got 2 of my own labs. They were
okay.
awesome.
All right.
And we adopted a, we didn't adopt. We fostered a lab.
Well, that's good.
And he lasted 2 weeks.
All right. And then he didn't die. Somebody took him. Somebody adopted him.
Yeah, let's be clear about that.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
So we're getting 2 more puppies on Saturday.
All right, cool.
But I'd like to open this up with a joke.
Let's have the joke. Lay it on me. Let's hear it.
3 couples are trying to get into a church, and they meet with the minister.
Okay.
Have you heard this one?
I have not.
Okay, so they meet with the minister, and he says, well, you got to abstain from sex for 2 weeks.
Okay. Shouldn't be too
So
hard.
they come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I literally just said it shouldn't be too hard. That would help them. It shouldn't be too hard. Anyway, all right, so they come back, and
the elderly couple answers him. First 2 weeks weren't too hard because before Christ, I screwed this up already.
Man, back up. So the elderly couple come in and say,
we haven't had sex in 2 years before Viagra, so 2 weeks was nothing.
all right, there you go. All right.
He goes up to the middle-aged couple.
Yes.
Well, how about you guys? Well, we've gone without sex for 2 months before, so 2 weeks was nothing. He goes up to the newlyweds.
Uh-huh.
Well, how about you two? And the man answers right off the bat. He goes, the first 6 days weren't bad. Day number 7, she grabbed a can of paint, and I nailed her right there. He goes, well, I hate to tell you this, but you're no longer welcome in our church. He goes, well, I hate to tell you this, but I'm no longer welcome to Home Depot either.
Really? Man, you are easy.
I am.
Okay.
That's kind of
I
funny.
totally screwed that one up.
Yeah, you messed up with the delivery, but I still appreciate it. You get it because he banged her in the Home Depot.
You kiss your children with that
Been
mouth?
over to grab
Did
a
you
can of
say
paint, and I nailed her right there.
He banged her in the Home Depot. This is what you're someone's mom. Yes, Leah, he banged her in the Home Depot. That's how you said that. All right.
Well, that's what happened.
I guess it's after 8:30, so we're doing this now. What? Plug the fostering thing. Go ahead. Go ahead now.
Creed's Claws. I'll send the info over to you.
Please do, and we will post it, and then we will go bang at the Home Depot. We have more calls waiting on Open Phone Thursday. I can't wait, and also I'm terrified. We'll take some of those coming up next. Because I dumped him, there's one phone line available. 800-223-9510. Call now for Open Phone Thursday. Will Rock Morning Show. Thanks to the Ray Raymond Auto Group in Fox Lake and Antioch.
Showers today, high of 41.
If you'd like to meet Miss She Kisses Her Children with That Mouth, 501 Club Party tomorrow, where we aren't encumbered by the FCC, and you can hear how she really talks. We'll be hanging out at Arlington Lanes in Arlington Heights. We got $2 drafts, $10 pitchers of Miller Lite on special, lots of concert tickets, and just a fun way to kick off the weekend. There's bowling there. Are we going to do some bowling?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Arlington Lanes, Kennecott Avenue, just off Dundee in Arlington Heights. Come out and wear rented shoes with 95 WIIL Rock. My mouse won't. The little wheel won't move things.
Oh no!
I can't move things up or down on
Can
the
you
screen.
click on the arrow? Like
I can't click on anything. It's not doing. The cursor's not doing anything. Oh, here. There's a window open. Hold on. This. Okay, it'll work now.
Whew.
First day running radio equipment. There's a lot to it. It's Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Call now, get on, say whatever you want. Hi, Will Rock, OPT. Who's this?
Good morning, Tom and Leah. It's Cosplay Bex.
What? Cosplay Bex. I follow you on the Instagrams and the Snapchats and the Twitter and the.
Do I need to follow her?
She's
too?
a cosplayer. She's been on the show. Her mom is the crazy puppet lady that's been on the show.
Okay.
And then she does all the cosplay. So there's that. Yeah. What's up?
Guess where my mom is right now.
What?
Guess where my mom is right now.
She's in Florida. Everybody's in Florida.
My dad's in Florida.
Everybody's in Florida except for us. So.
For a clown conference.
For a clown conference. This is a good week to not be in Florida.
Where is there a clown conference going on?
That sounds terrifying. That sounds. Is it as scary as it sounds as she sent you pictures?
Oh no, she showed me pictures. She's got like clown makeup on, and they learn how to perform with animals.
This is why you grew up comfortable in your own skin, is because you got over embarrassment early in life because there was so much of it for you as a young child.
It's healthy.
As a teenager. They embarrassed the hell out of you. Were we talking about this, or was it?
We were talking about it.
There's a thing where they're conditioning children now by embarrassing them early, so
But
they
say
don't.
dad jokes are good for kids.
Yeah, dad jokes are because they're embarrassing, and then the kids don't get embarrassed later in life, and that saves them from being afraid, and then they're more successful. Don't let embarrassment or fear stop you. This is a good lesson. That being said, I would not want to have grown up with your mother because she's a puppet lady with clown paint.
Would be kind of creepy.
Yeah, but you turned out all right, other than the cosplay thing, which is fine.
She's into it.
She's
Yeah.
into it. But the thing is, her husband isn't really. I'd be like, hey, why doesn't Wonder Woman pay me a visit in the boudoir tonight? He doesn't do that, does he?
No.
That's a waste. That is a waste. If there's anybody, I have an affinity for women in leather and women in boots, and it all comes from Batman and Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt dressing up as Catwoman is where, and Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek in the boots.
Is that where the leather came from?
That's where it came from, I think. I don't know. But if I had her as a wife, I'd be like, why isn't Catwoman visiting once a week? Yeah, and he's not into that.
No dress up taking place in the bedroom?
None at all?
No. Well, we also got little kids.
Oh, yeah. They ruin everything.
No, they don't. You can lock little kids out.
It's the teenagers that
ruin it. They know what's going on. You got to go to a hotel or something. Yeah.
That's what I try to tell my
or
husband.
Build a red room of pain or whatever you got to do. All right. Bex, were you calling to promote something or just to out your mother for being in Florida?
No, I just saw she's in Florida, and it's funny, next week I'm going to Florida
All
for
right.
a conference.
I'm done talking to you. Is it a cosplay thing?
That's it.
Post pictures if it's a cosplay thing. Thanks for calling.
I was talking to my dad about going to Florida next weekend before starting this job.
Yeah.
Damn it. Because he needs me
This
to
job
hook.
ruined it.
It really did. He needs me to hook up his Alexa.
That's a young person.
I got to fly down to Florida to do it.
To hook that up, yeah. All right.
But I can't because I work.
Is he paying for it?
No, he's going to be on my account.
But is he paying for you to fly?
No, I have miles. I have
own?
miles.
Because if it is, I would just keep sending him electronics and going, hey, Dad,
do you need help with this?
I got your Ring doorbell. Here you go. I'll send it to you in the mail.
That's another thing he needs help with.
You need me to fly there to install it for you? Okay.
I don't know how, but I'll figure it out.
He's like, Leah keeps sending me electronics. Shine down on Will Rock 927, Will Rock Morning Show with Tom and Leah. It's open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. This person's been hanging on hold for 12 minutes and 35 seconds.
Wow, they must have something important to say.
Doubtful. Thank you for your patience, though. Hi, who's this?
My name is Mark. How are you guys doing today?
My name is Tom.
My name is Leah.
I am Luca, and I live on the second floor. How are you doing today, Mark?
I'm doing good.
All right, we're good.
I'm about halfway between Florida and Wisconsin. I'm actually in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Wow, I only hate you a little bit.
Is it raining poison there?
Raining what?
Poison.
Poison?
Yeah.
What?
No,
okay,
aren't they being like, I don't know. I just hear these things from my kids.
And they saw it on the internet, so it's probably true.
True.
It's not raining
It's
poison
not raining
there?
poison. Is it? And wasn't there like some? Yeah. Is that anywhere near Cincinnati?
No, that's
Okay,
further
so
north.
you guys are good. Well, I went to Cincinnati.
If you go outside and it's raining, go inside right away. Because it might
If
be
you're
raining.
in Ohio, you just don't
might be
know.
raining poison.
I went to Ohio last
Hold
year
on, Mark.
for the first
I know
time.
you held on 12 and a half minutes,
Yeah.
but I want to hear what this is.
I went to Ohio last year to Cincinnati,
Yes.
first time, and I got stuck in a mall. I couldn't find the
You
exit
got
to
trapped in a mall.
Trapped in a mall for an hour.
Wow.
For an hour.
If you go into a building and you look around, there's usually red signs that say exit.
There wasn't.
No,
There wasn't.
nothing?
I ended up in like you know how we have the back hallways? Yeah. I ended up in one of those and walked for probably half a mile until I got out.
Wow. I'm going to keep
It
my
was
eye
very
on you.
confusing. Cincinnati,
I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Cincinnati
Mark,
malls are not
don't
clearly
go
marked.
outside because it's raining poison, and the malls are like escape rooms that
That's
are
exactly
real.
what it
Is a death trap. Get out if you can, as soon as you can. And so I want to ask you. Nobody got my Luca reference.
ahead,
by the way.
No, I'm sorry.
So, have you had what is it? The chili, the byline chili, or what is the
Oh, yeah.
chili?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
right? It
Skyline.
really is. Skyline chili. Yes.
Yep.
All right. What's up,
Yeah.
Mark? What
we
can we do?
moved down here about 2015. We moved down here. My wife got a job down here, and I kind of tagged along. But otherwise, 45 years of my life was spent up in Milwaukee.
Yeah. So are you a kept man now? Do you know a kept man? That means that she's
She cares
working
for
and
you.
you're sitting on your ass doing nothing. Are you? My goal is to be a kept man. Are you a kept man?
No.
You're working?
But I do work from home, so
All
since the whole pandemic thing happened. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling halfway to
I do
Florida.
have a question for
there's-
Leah,
okay.
if
All
you don't mind.
Sure, absolutely. That's why we're here.
And actually, it's not a question. Actually, it's a test for Leah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Well,
It says I may or may not have happened because I've been in and out of the radio most of the morning.
It can't
but
be too
I need to
difficult.
request a song from you,
It
Leah.
can't be too difficult because she got trapped in a mall.
I know.
So you would like to request a song. Go ahead and let's see how she does.
Yeah, Leah, can I request a song, please?
Go to hell.
No, you have to let him request a song first.
Oh, he just said it.
Literally just failed the test.
You just said it. Okay.
No, you failed the
All
test.
right,
You gotta.
I got a 50% on
He
the
asked,
test.
can he request a song? And then you
Say,
let
sure,
him.
go ahead. Yeah,
lay
request
the
a
trap
song.
for him.
Yeah.
Entrapment. Go ahead.
Sure.
Try again. Try again.
Yeah, let's do this.
Try again, Mark.
Leah, can I request a song?
Sure, Mark. Go ahead.
Let's play some Godsmack. Anything your choice.
Okay. Go to hell.
There you go. There it is. All right. Thank you,
Perfect.
Mark. She got it right.
All right, take care.
Thanks, buddy. Go have some chili. Don't go outside. It's raining poison. And if you enter a mall,
Watch out for those malls.
tie a rope around your waist and let the rope out as you go.
Not even kidding.
And have somebody pull you back out. Or breadcrumbs, maybe. As long as they aren't eaten by woodland creatures, you should be okay. This is Luca. He said, my name is Mark. And I said, my name is Tom. And you said, my name is Leah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, my name is Luca.
I'm on the second floor.
You never played Luca by Suzanne Vega?
I don't even know
over
who
at Disco
that. No,
102?
never even heard that song a day in my life. All right. Showers today, high of 41. Tonight, low near 33. And tomorrow, cloudy, high of 42. It is 36 in Volo and 36 in Zion. It is time for the 95 WIIL Rock Happy Hour News. An Australian man recently got an unflattering image of his wife's face inked on his body. The tattoo shows Jared, and it shows his wife gritting her teeth and rolling her eyes as if she's mad at him.
This is how he perceives his wife. It's accurate.
It is. And the issue, not only do I'm sorry, none of those portrait tattoos look good. I'm just not a fan.
That are okay,
it's creepy. It's creepy.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't do
And
it.
not only did she not like the fact that he was getting her face tattooed on his body, she doesn't even like the picture of which
did he not
used. Oh,
if
no.
you're going to have somebody's face tattooed on you and you know that person, you have to vet that picture. You have to let the person have some say into what photo you use. Right?
No, he says that that's why he chose that photo. He said he could not wait to come home and see his wife's reaction. I knew it would go one of two ways. Either we would laugh together or I'd never see her again.
What, the second round?
He said that he's had some people ask what would happen if they got a divorce, and he just said he guesses he'll get it lasered out.
Or if you find some other woman who terrifies him.
Just roll your eyes.
Roll her eyes. Do you have a picture of it?
I do not.
No, okay.
No.
I guess we have to Google that then.
Dang.
Google-fy it. So I would never get a first person's. Do you have a tattoo, Leah? Do you have any?
I have several. I have a tramp stamp.
Sounds like regret.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
call it a tramp.
my body is a canvas of regret.
You don't like any of your ink?
There's a couple that I like, but the ones that I got when I was like 14 and 15 years old that I shouldn't have
regret
even.
that.
Yeah. I have
shouldn't have
Leah
been allowed.
tattooed on my lower back.
In case you forgot your name. And
Or he
there was
forgot it. But I.
Where is that your tramp stamp?
That's
Leah?
my tramp stamp. Yeah, like why? Why would I have
Yola's
done
name
that?
is, in case he forgets.
Yeah.
And if he's seeing,
Yola has Yola on her back
yeah,
too.
yeah, her
Oh,
full
thank
name.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, her last name too.
No, her full name, Yolanta.
Yolanda. Oh,
But the guy's back and going, who's Jolanta? Why is Jolanta's name? No, but you have Leah.
I have Leah.
In case he forgets.
In case he forgets.
If he's in that position and he forgets, you need to stand up and go find somebody else. Inaugural. It's open phone Thursday. I haven't been on the text line in a while. 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword.
What do we got?
So it says, is Leah a previous morning fill-in, or is she the Leah that was the midday DJ from years ago? She was morning fill-in when Emily was out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do middays here?
I did. I was the duct tape, is what I always called it. The JP would put me on whatever was off,
You were like
so I would fill it. Yeah.
The utility infielder. All right.
So it's been about 4.5 years.
And now with the force reduction, everybody's like, well, you have somebody else there. How's it a reduction in force if there's people there? No, she's still doing on the other stations. They've just added work. So after this, she goes and she's on Disco 102. And
you can listen to me there 10 to 2.
And Tim's not, don't do that. And Tim's not here because he's on 26 stations. They just added. So they got rid of a bunch of people, and people do. I'm the only one not doing more.
Don't say that.
I sit on my ass every day. I do the show. It's like people ask me, "Is that full time?" I'm like, barely. I work like 3 hours a week.
No, you are always. And when people say that, I'm like, no, we are constantly thinking about what we're going to be doing throughout the day.
I don't know if you've heard the show, but I don't.
No,
There's very little
just
planning that
winging
goes into this. Somebody said, "Good morning from Prospect Heights. I noticed at TomTube, we have the video streaming going on now this week." I don't know how long we're going to do that. I just thought new show. I'd let people in, to see it. TomTube is ahead of the stream. Probably noticed this before, but forgot. What were you going to say?
No, I just waved to the camera.
Oh, hi.
I actually.
I thought you wanted something for me. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, no,
Little Leah, do you have a question? In the TomTube, the audio. We can't play the music because then YouTube will eliminate the video. Facebook will because of the copyright on the music. Yeah.
Or we don't.
We could pay for it because we pay for it to be on the air here, but we could pay for it, but we don't. So the commercials and the music don't get on the video. You could stream it on your device and watch the video, and it wouldn't exactly sync up, but
that's the best we got.
If you're putting that much effort into listening to this, you really need to examine your life and what you're doing. All right. It is Open Phone Thursday. Let me ask you this. And I know you can talk about whatever you want, so on the text line or on the phone. But let me ask you this. I would like to know we're 4 days in, and tomorrow I will give my assessment of the first week on the show. I would like to know how the listeners, the tens of listeners listening now, think. If you're watching on TomTube, feel free to comment in those comments or let us know on the text line. I'll give you the number in a minute, or call for OPT. How are we doing so far? Because I am trapped between, I feel good. I feel like I'm doing radio again. I feel like it's going well. It's either like the whole show is good enough for the weekend rewind, or this is horrible, and I don't. And it could
just
be
been a
either.
long time, yeah.
I feel like it could be either.
Was a
I
fine
don't
line.
know. I would like to know from the listeners, how is the show going? You can call us at 800-223-9510, or you can text to 815-283-0095. Make studio the first word in your message. You are getting a different version of me because I see that I'm out in the next. What is it called? Reduction in force?
Reduction in force. You're next.
There's nobody else to get rid of.
No. This is
It'll be some syndicated thing over here, or Leah will have to just sit here and play music by herself, or I don't know what it'll be. But in the next reduction of force, I'm going. So I'm going to do what I want now. I told John Perry that. He's like, what have you been doing for the past 30 years? I go, now what? I mean, yes, I've been doing my show, but for the sponsors and the owners and the bosses and the listeners and I'm just being me now.
Right. I like this, Tom.
Might not be good radio. I don't know. 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword. I'm loving Leah and Tim on the show. This feels right. 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword. What do you think? Let us know. Or call 800-223-9510. We'll do that next. Or anything else you want for Open Phone Thursday. It's 9:42.
Cloudy today. Showers. High of 41.
So the Saliva show at the Vixen, I'm assuming,
is going to be canceled.
Is not happening this Sunday.
I was
with
wondering
the passing of Wayne. We feel bad about that. Next show that I have here the information for is Texas Hippie Coalition is coming to the Vixen. Have you seen Texas Hippie Coalition?
I have.
Were you here when they played in Studio
Yes.
East? Even if you don't know a single song, this is one
you
of those.
will enjoy
Go see Texas Hippie Coalition. They will be at the Vixen in McHenry on Sunday, May 28th, all ages show. Details, tickets on the concerts page at 95willrock.com. All right, it's Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. You call, I answer. And I was asking, so how are we doing is the question, the new lineup on the show. Or you can text us at 815-283-0095. We also posted this question the other day on our social media. So I just like input. Constructive criticism, destructive criticism is welcome.
Whatever kind of criticism you want to give us.
I can't work with sunshine. That's not going to help me. Don't blow sunshine up.
That was one of my predecessors, Lisa. She texted me. She's like, this has just got to be making you feel so good. I was like, it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
People are being too nice.
Yeah.
Give me something.
So what do you think? Hi, 95 WIIL Rock. Who's this?
Hey, it's Alex.
What's up, Alex? Other than the phlegm.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I feel him on that.
Yeah. What's up?
She's no Emily, but I mean,
who
does
is?
her job pretty well.
Who is? There hasn't been any folded cheese yet. Well, now you got to understand though, when Emily started, Emily wasn't Emily. If you play the early shows, her reading news sounded like we pulled somebody out of Hooked on a Phonics University.
Stop.
Leah at least doesn't have to do that. Well, it was. Emily would admit that, and she got better at it.
Yeah.
We got better. We were together almost a decade. It takes a little while.
Yeah, no, you guys were on the air for a long fucking time.
Yeah. Well, you can't say that word. You said fucking. So there, I hit the dump button. He
And
said it,
you
and then I
said it.
said it.
Yeah,
Then I hit the
you
dump
did
button.
it.
He can say it. I can say it. Yes, you'll hear it on the stream, but not on the air. You can't say the F word. Emily was on for a long time and got better, and we became friends. I'm still friends with her. We still hang. You know,
You bring her banana bread.
Banana bread. There's babysitting reciprocal or whatever. Well, I haven't watched her kids yet, but she watched Jack's. Whereas Leah and I hate each other. So, and I don't think it comes off the air. It's like F you, Leah.
Yeah.
It's
doors slamming.
Oh my God, it's ugly. It's ugly. It is ugly. I hope people understand that I'm kidding with that. They kid.
And in case you didn't know, that was sarcasm.
We get along swimmingly.
We get along good,
very
and,
well.
and everything else will come.
We used to go drinking together and bitch about our coworkers.
Right.
We've done that. So now, who are we going to go? Am I still going to go drinking with you and bitch
about
so I'll bitch about you to you?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess we're the only ones left. Reduction in force. We have no one to bitch to about our coworkers because we're it. Hi, Will Rock, OPT. Who's this?
Hi, this is Greg. How you guys doing
Good,
today?
Greg. How are you?
Good. Hey, first, let's rewind a little bit here. Tom, last week you took my call on Open Phone Thursday when it was you and Emily, and you played the bit for me with Tom's an Ass with Eddie singing.
Oh yeah, Tom the Asshole song. Yeah.
And it seems like since Emily came in last week, you've been totally rejuvenated, and Leah has just kept the energy going with you for the last. Well, Emily was there on Friday, so the last 4 days, Leah's just picked up right where Emily left you off, at 10 o'clock on Friday morning.
I don't want to. I don't want to have this be like I'm throwing shade at anybody, but I feel like I'm doing radio again, and for a while I didn't feel like that. So, I'm feeling good. So
the show feels a lot more organic now, where before you were just trying, And I agree with you. I'm not throwing shade either, because Stina was freaking awesome. I love her, but you're putting on a production now as opposed to, it was kind of like you were almost doing stand-up where you had to do improv as to what Stina was going to say, and that bang, you got to act to it.
Right. I said to see where it would always go, and I literally was just the
Never
guy.
knew.
I was the bus driver, but somebody had grabbed the wheel from the back and was
Blindfolded
all
you.
around the place. I'm like, but I was okay with it. I'm like, all right, this is fun. This is fun. I'm just waiting to see when we crash into something. It was fun, but this feels more like I'm doing my job.
Right, and Leah's doing a great job, and Tim, the news guy, you guys kind of remind me of the old lineup of Steve Garrity and when Lane Closure was there, but Tim would be Lane Closure.
Well, that is high praise. That is high praise. Now this has been a very humbling comparison, as people would come up to me and say, you sound like a young Steve Dahl. They've now dropped young, but I take that as a compliment in that he
absolutely.
I take that as a compliment. And then I went and got a Hawaiian shirt and some Coke, and everything was once I got the Coke and the Hawaiian
Channeling
shirt.
it all.
The circle is complete. Now I am the master. Feel the power, young Skywalker. Let the fart jokes flow. Yes. But that was high praise. Thank you for the call. A bunch on the text line. Let's cover some, and you can post on the comments of the video or on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear how you think we're doing. Criticism would be welcome, though.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Let me just get some of these. There's a lot. The crowd surfing bit was great the first 300 times, but I feel like it's time to let that rest. That's why I didn't play it. Somebody asked for it, and I didn't play it. I'm liking the show again. Was okay before, but great now with Leah and Tim. They only left one person out of that.
You're a given, Tom. You know that.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. I give the show an 8.75 only because you have guests on OPT. Gonna go make pee-pee now. All right, so take that for what it's worth. Is he talking about when we have callers or when we had John in here? Or, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
You guys are doing great. You're not going off on a tangent like you did with Stino. Leah is great. I even listened to her on 102 yesterday. We still go off on tangents, but I feel like we're all there together. Whereas before it was one of like one or two topics, and it was the same tangent every time.
Right.
We just got there in a different way, and I think it had kind of played out. We needed to go back to doing
Bring it in a little bit.
More than just that. I love the addition of Leah. She fits right in. I'm looking for some negative here. Y'all are doing great, but you need to add Stino like when Duco was on the show. It's a reduction in force. I'm surprised we're allowed to have Tim in here.
We really weren't.
Because he's on like 7 other stations. Yeah, I just kind of
did it.
I just kind of bull rushed and said, yeah, and Tim's going to be on, right? I just kind of... Wayne of Saliva died. The Vixen show is still happening. I assume not. No, I assume not as well. Yeah, he passed away yesterday. There was a brain hemorrhage or bleed or something like that. Super guy. Great guy. I am loving the show. Much happier and funnier, Tom. Love the banter. This is nothing I can work with. So far, I think the transition is going pretty well. It is our first week. Yeah. Leah's voice is so soothing and sexy to listen to.
Hey.
She complements Tom's typical shenanigans quite well.
It's me. Hi.
It's sexy voice and typical shenanigans in the morning.
You should hear me when the mic is off because I'm like clearing my throat.
I didn't want to say.
Yeah, well,
I'm liking the new show. Great to have 3 people back. I agree with that. It needs to be 3 people.
It's nice to have the 3.
Even though Tim's the 3rd one, it's still he's broccoli.
Damn broccoli.
No gravy. It's all broccoli. I feel for Stino and thought her evening show was good, but a DJer, but not think it fit as a morning show. Ooh. Thank you for writing, Tonto.
I think I know where he was going.
I get what he was saying.
Tom, I am loving the new version of the morning show. Leah should have been pulled over after Emily left. I'm laughing out more often now. Well, she had a show. She was on with Lester.
Doing mornings.
He's an actual morning guy. I've never been an actual morning guy.
Yeah, he did good things.
He was he knew he was a good person to learn from because he knew what he was doing. I don't know what I'm
I don't know if either of us knew, but...
Okay, without blowing smoke, shout out to Stino Pun. The new show definitely doesn't have the same vibe. Thanks, corporate. Thumbs down.
There we go.
There we go. It's negative, but it doesn't...
It's all right. I miss Stino, too. She used to bring me food. I have nothing to eat. I'm hungry.
She fed Leah daily.
Yeah, she's my friend.
WJJO, don't like too much fake laughing. Worried you are on edge with the laughing. Still love Will Rock. We had a meeting on Monday after the first show.
We did.
And I had notes for these guys, and I asked for notes for me. And one of the things I asked was, why do you laugh so much? Because when Lisa came over, not Emily, but Lisa, she was told by the person she was working with before on another station that she had to laugh. Or he said there's no payoff. And she said she thought she was fearing for her life if she didn't laugh. Right. So I said, no, only laugh when it's funny. And you laugh a lot.
I do. I'm sorry.
There she goes.
I'm sorry. And Tim will attest to this because he's been doing mornings with me for the last 4 years. Do I laugh if something's not funny? No, but you probably don't find it funny either, but it's funny in my head. And I think that it's because I blame COVID. I also blame being locked in my house and taking paint off the paint. The paint thing, the paint off the walls.
Wallpaper.
Something happened up here.
So you have actual brain things that make you laugh more. Well, and I think sometimes
I don't mean, and I get it because that is annoying when people are a laugh track and stuff. So I'm not meaning to be like that.
I'm not me because I'm on copious amounts of Lyrica. So I get it.
Right.
They're getting a totally freeform version of me and a whacked out of your mind on COVID and what?
Wallpaper is wallpaper. Yeah, like the glue on the wallpaper, I think did something to me.
Working with you, it seems exactly like that.
Right?
There's a picture of me as a child where I was literally gnawing on a windowsill. Like
lead paint.
This is lead paint. There's a picture of me with the lead paint gnawing.
So you're the reason I have to sign those waivers every time I move somewhere now.
I've ruined paint for everyone. I am truly an asshole. I literally, when he was doing that song,
Who is
freestyling
that?
it, Eddie.
That was Eddie.
Your best
okay.
friend Eddie.
Yeah.
When he was doing that song, I literally leaned back as he was doing it and crossed my arms, and he put it in the song. And it was, the man's brilliant.
He really is.
He was great in the gravy chair. Tim, you're excellent broccoli.
I'm trying to figure out why Emily didn't sing more.
Yeah.
When she was around.
She's got it. She's got it.
Oh, there was plenty
see, I
of
didn't hear
audio
enough
of
of
her
it.
singing.
All she did was sing. Oh my God.
I'm looking for complication. Looking
Okay.
for some time.
I've been proven incorrect then.
Make my way back.
Get it, girl.
All over me. Get up,
Okay.
get up, and I'm on. Zabba-doo-woo.
Oh. Just gonna get some text messages from you later.
She sang a lot, Tim. Welcome to
Okay,
my
well,
hell.
yeah, all right, I get it.
It's 9:57. We're going to be late. Log toss. Thanks to Kinman Accounting and Tax Service. You make the green, they count the beans. Brett Kinman throwing another $9.51 in again on Monday morning. The jackpot grows. And eventually I'll have a perfect week and somebody will win.
It's all right.
And
Gone.
I missed.
You're not
Doesn't
even
matter.
close. Okay.
Last week, or next week, I should say, we picked the winner from last time I had a perfect week was last year. I haven't drawn that yet. We're going to draw that next week. Somebody will get the money that they've been due. Next week, your chance to get on that. If you want to sign up, only enter once or you're disqualified. Go to the Win Stuff page at 95willrock.com and sign up for Log Toss. So the rule with John Perry is if we're on after 10, we have to stay till noon. I think we get a little slack because it's a new lineup. It's
And I actually literally have another job I have to go to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's 10 o'clock and 44 seconds, so we're close. We're close.
All right, it's going to be cloudy today. Rain in the forecast throughout the day, high of 41.
Thank you, potatoes. Thank you, broccoli.
Welcome.
Doing a fine job first week.
Can I be a sweet potato?
No. Tomorrow we will have do not like it.
Do I at
don't
least
want
get
it
to
on my
be a
plate.
floret, or am I a dumb
You
stem?
don't like sweet potatoes?
We'll dump some cheese on you. You'll be
Okay.
fine. By that, I mean we're drinking tomorrow for happy hour.
Yeah,
so there
we
you go.
are.
We're drinking. Broccoli gets its cheese tomorrow. No sweet potatoes. I'm not against them. When I did Blue Apron, I made them. They were okay, but let's
You're
get
not
real
making
potatoes.
them right. Okay.
Because
wow.
Anyway, tomorrow also we'll hear how Leah's educational speech at a high school goes today.
I'm really stressed.
She just came up with she should try and prove she can touch her elbows behind her back.
Yeah, hey kids.
The high school boys will love that. The boys
I'm talking
will love
to only
you.
girls. Only females.
Well, maybe you get a couple then. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we'll find out how that goes. Also, a happy hour and the usual stupidity. Plus, Dump Button Friday.
Yeah, bring it
Everybody
back.
figure out what we're going to do for Dump Button Friday. What naughty thing you're going to do. That. Bright and Surly, 5 until 10. Handsome John banging Betty Perry's a little late.
You're so fired.
Whatever, but he's coming in next. You have a good day. 95 Will Rock, the rock station.